CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Nemesis was the goddess of reckoning and retribution. At her hand, those who committed murder would suffer by the very destruction they had set into motion. At her hand, a killer was paid in his own coin, a crime that devised its own punishment. Is the theme of this extraordinary tale by Mr. Henry James that you're about to hear. A tale of Nemesis.
Madame, you have lived a protected life. You have no idea of what goes on here at the waterfront.
Are you a fisherman? A stevedore?
Not anymore. I have better ways of making living.
What is your name? I may have an undertaking for a strong man with no conscience.
Will it pay well?
Very well.
Come to the docks anytime, day or night, and just ask for Emile. This Emile. They will find me.
Our mystery drama, A Tragedy of Error, by Mr. Henry James, was adapted especially for the Mystery Theater by G. Frederick Lewis and stars Tammy Grimes. It is sponsored in part by ARM, Allergy Relief Medicine. I'll be back shortly with Act One. As Henry James unfolds this classic tale of mystery, he tells of 4 lives inexplicably intertwined. 3 men and 1 woman. Within 24 hours, one of them would be dead. The next day, another. And then... But let us follow the story as it unfolds. And let the woman herself, Hortense Bernier, tell us how it all happened.
I had tried to forget my husband's shot. I even had a gravestone put up with his name on it to help me believe I would never see him again. Why? 5 years ago, he had been the manager of the Banque de France. One day, the auditors discovered he had been in Belgium. So without a word, Charles went to America. Left him, ran away, escaped. Call it what you will. To me, yes, Charles is dead. So you can imagine my feelings today, 5 years later, seeing his familiar handwriting on that envelope.
Hortense? Hortense? Well, my dear, we've come here to the post office in our carriage. You asked me to go inside and fetch a letter addressed to you. Now you take it and stare at it as though it had been sent from the moon.
This letter, it comes from...
Surely you must open it. It's not from another world.
Perhaps not. But from another lifetime.
I shan't dwell on it, dearest. I'm sure you will open it when you've a mind to.
Can you go straight home now, Luce? Please.
Oh, certainement, petit. Coachman, proceed to Madame Bernier's house.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
What? Oh, no, not again. Your aversion to my walking stick. I use it merely to gain his attention.
I'm sorry, Louis, but a cane, a walking stick, it makes me cringe.
I know, my dear. You've told me often enough. Coachman, allons.
Will you read it, Louis?
What?
The letter you just brought me. Open it and read it out loud, please. I cannot.
Certainly, Hortense. Let me see. It is marked Southampton, July 16th, 1850. My dear Hortense, you will see by my postmark I am 1,000 leagues nearer France than when I last wrote. What is it, my dear?
You keep it right. But I threw the letter away. I couldn't bear to read it.
Really? I continue. After so many years of separation, the thought of seeing you again fills me with longing. I may have to hide for a bit, perhaps even take another name, until I am sure I can show my face to the world. I have some business to attend to here in Southampton, but I shall be on the Armorique, arriving at Cherbourg on Friday. I have been a month on the seas from America. Yes, Hortense?
Friday. This is Friday.
He does? Tomorrow.
Good Lord,
Welcome him, I expect. It is not often given to a woman to welcome her husband after 5 years' absence.
Louis, what am I to do about you and me?
Well, I know it is ridiculous to ask, but I shall ask it anyway. Do you still love your husband?
Of course not.
Well, then what problem is there?
Because Charles doesn't know about us.
Well, no more than we know what life he's been living for the past 5 years in America. It was cowardly for him to run away as he did, leaving you to pay off his criminal debts.
I had no choice.
A man in a position of trust embezzles $500,000 francs, runs off to America to escape imprisonment, leaving you here alone without a word? You did have a choice. Wash your hands of him. But no. You, Hortense Beignet, sold your jewels, your property, everything but this tiny country house in Cherbourg to pay back the bank what he had stolen.
Let it all pass. It is the present that strikes fear into my heart.
Hortense, do not be afraid. Surely you would know my devotion to you by now.
You have been generously.
What better way to spend my inheritance but on the woman I love?
I look at this dear watch you gave me, and this lovely case of pearls, and even this frightens me. The ticking of the minute.
My love, you must be calm. Your husband says he must hide, that he won't dare show his face. Charles will leave Cherbourg sooner than you think.
I can hear him now. Walking with that cane. That terrible limp of his. How I hate the sound of it.
My darling, how I wish you could take it all a little more philosophically.
I never told you, did I? How he would put me with that cane.
He beat you. Oh, I said he was a coward, but I had no idea. Hortense, do you know what the right thing would be for me to do?
The right thing?
I should be the one to meet him at that boat. Tell him face to face, Charles Beignet, you're a despicable coward. I love your wife. What are you going to do about it?
Louis, you wouldn't.
Oh, probably not. There are easier ways. Well, no matter. Tomorrow will come, and we shall see what we shall see.
I sent Louis away, and although it was dark, I had to go out by myself. I needed to be alone, to breathe fresh air, to think. I went down to the quay of Cherbourg, where the poor sailors and fishermen live, work, and tie up their boats. Hello, little boy. Where are you going with that jug? Does it contain wine? Is it something for your supper? Why don't you answer me?
He doesn't speak to you, madame, because he has no tongue. Come here, you. Give me that jug. Milk, is it? Who gave you this milk? That old harridan who lives next door, huh? I thank her not to put her nose in my business. So, you like to drink milk, do you? Do you know what a sailor does with milk, huh? I'll show you. Come back here, you beggar! I'll give you the hiding of your life if I catch you.
Why did you do that? Break the child's jug of milk.
I can do what I like with him if I want, huh?
I don't understand a man like you.
Oh! I don't understand what a lady like you is doing walking down here where the poor make their home.
I have my reasons.
And I have mine. That wretched boy is supposed to be a child of mine.
Your son? You are a strange man.
So are all of us who live by the water here. It is our way of life that makes us strange. Fighting a sea for a net full of fish. Rowing your arms out of their sockets. Taking people out to the big boats in the harbor. Fighting the weather, the hot sun, the rain. Yes, it can make one peculiar.
Are you saying that because the sea is cruel, it has made you cruel?
I hate that boy. The curse of God is on him.
What curse of God?
That stupid oaf cannot talk and can hardly hear. No matter how hard I box his ears. God's curse is to be deaf and dumb.
Your own son? Where's your heart?
Madame, I can see you have lived a very protected life. Believe me, lady, pity has no place on the waterfront.
Are you a stevedore? A fisherman?
Not anymore. I have better ways of making a living.
What is your name?
Why do you ask?
I may have an undertaking for you to do.
Will it pay well?
Very well.
Then I care not what it is. Come down to these docks any time of the day or night and ask anyone for Emile. Emil. They will find me.
I knew I had met the kind of man I needed. A man with no compunction, no feelings. Slowly, I walked the length of the docks, gently, planning. How many hours went by, I don't know. But when I stopped walking, I had come full circle back to the very place where I had met the strange sailor with the red stocking cap. The moon was high and full.
Huh. Very well, madame. It is you again.
Yes, Emil, it is I. Do you have a boat for hire?
What good would a boatman be without a boat, huh? There it is. Not 5 feet from where you are standing.
Are you engaged now? Can I hire you?
Now you have engaged me. Huh? Where to?
I would like you to row me out to the cemetery on the point.
At your service, madame. When you wish to go?
Now, immediately.
The cemetery is closed at this hour.
25 francs?
There'll be no one to see you climb over the gate, huh? Hop into the boat, huh? I'll hold the prow here. You make your way through the stern, huh? Careful now, so, straight across, my lady, huh?
It is a fine evening, Emil. Cool for July. Suppose you row me out of the lighthouse and leave me at the point nearest the cemetery on our way back.
A longer trip would mean more than 25 francs. Don't you think, madame?
I think I may ask you to row me the whole night, and if I do, Emil, I shall give you 100 francs.
Madame, for money, I will do anything.
100 francs. Hortense Bernier will pay the boatman with a red stocking cap to row her into the harbor of Cherbourg. She called him strange. Her request seems even stranger. The moon rides high, and in its pale light, somewhere between Southampton and Cherbourg, a steamship is carrying Charles Bernier to the woman he had deserted 5 years ago. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. What do we have here? Surely you can see the signs. A woman cornered by circumstance, unable to face an unloved and unloving future with a man to whom she is legally tied. The man she loves is weak, too weak to help her. So she turns to a strange seafaring creature who even now is pulling her across the moonlit harbor waters. Perhaps for a price, he can help her gain her freedom.
I looked carefully at the man rowing. He was about 40, sullen, his face and hands between brute force. His eyes appeared dead. Anything for money, he had said. I believed him. There are men in every hovering showboat like that. Men without conviction or conscience.
Why do you stare at me like that, madame?
I was wondering why you were rowing with such strength. You will tire yourself before long.
The current is treacherous here. I must keep rowing until we are past it.
You appear very strong.
You should have seen me 20 years ago. Even 10. Before I met up with a she-devil. You know what I have eaten today, huh? Shall I tell you?
Please do.
A piece of black bread and a salt herring. Down to the tail. I wasted nothing.
Except a jug full of milk.
Why do you keep talking of that, huh?
Why did you turn so against your own flesh and blood?
Who says he is? No matter. I don't wish to talk of it. Money. That is what people like yourself have. Not those like me.
Why don't you get some work that pays better?
I do what I can. I have no choice. 50 casks rolled from the ship to the storehouse means 10 francs. It also means the possibility of a crushed hand or a dislocated shoulder. You know what it is, madame, to have no choice.
Yes, I think I do.
Here in Cherbourg, to lift and row with my arms is the only work I can do.
Why don't you go to America?
America? No, my lady. No leaps in the dark for Emil.
But there are steamships now that sail from Cherbourg in the Havre to London, and then from New York, America. Well, you could work on such a boat and get yourself a free passage.
You have it all planned, don't you? I have been to America already.
You've been there?
To Brazil, to Mexico, California, and the West Indies, and Asia, too. And China, and India. Life at sea is a dog's life.
How so?
The things I have seen, the mean tricks. We are nearing the cemetery point. You wish me to tie up the boat and wait for you, huh?
Yes, please. So you have seen mean tricks. Not played any yourself?
I gave what I got. I carried my knife with the best of them. Snap. It opened. I drew it just as quickly and plunged it just as deep.
Let me see your knife.
Here. A beauty, isn't she? And I have the scars. If you want a lady, I'll show you. On the other hand, you would find quite a few marks of my knife on a good dozen Spanish hides. I gave as good as I got.
Is this it? Are we here?
The loading dock of the cemetery. Yes, madame. I shall wait for you.
Thank you.
We were talking about that, and there it lies in front of us.
I found my way to a familiar gravestone and stood beside it. It said Charles Beignet, and then the date. 5 years ago, when I returned to my little house in Sherbrooke, alone, I had the stone made because I wished that Charles lay under it. Why have you come back, Charles? I will not be able to bear the sound of the tapping of your cane.
Madame, what is it?
Nothing.
My lady.
Nothing.
My lady. A graveyard at night is no place for the living. I think we should go back.
No, wait. It was only I thought I saw something. Someone. But it's not.
I can't say I like it here.
Are you afraid, Emil, to sit with me on a grave?
No, I'm not frightened.
You have never put a man out of the world, then?
Oh, yes. Are you horrified? In Spain, yes, but not here in France.
In South America, in those countries, when a man makes life insupportable, what do you do?
Oh, my dear. I suppose you kill him.
You kill him.
Madame, did you say 100 francs?
It could be much, much more. Tell me, Emil. You find it hard to get along in the world. I can help you.
What can you do?
I will trust you and reward you.
Madame has a piece of work for me.
Are you a bold man?
Bold enough.
To commit a crime?
You wish disposed of?
You know the steamship Amorique will arrive tomorrow morning early from Southampton.
I have rowed out to her many times to bring back passengers. I know all the officers.
What time will it be in the harbor?
The tide will not be high enough for her to cross the bar and come in till noon.
I expect the arrival of a person. A man. He is the person.
The person whom you wish to get rid of. It is just an owl. Madame, do you have a plan?
The person in question will be impatient to land before noon. If he can get a boat, he will be sure to come ashore right away.
You mean my boat?
Oh, Lord!
Madame, don't cry. Don't cry. We will come to an understanding. You want me to finish him on the boat? He's an old man.
No.
My age.
Yes.
Capricci. That is not so easy.
He could accident. He's lame.
Never mind. A lame man. Good. It will serve me to let me know which passenger he is.
Taking now back to the case.
May we first discuss the business aspects?
Yes.
How am I to be sure
Of your reward? Look, I shall infinite watch. It is a pledge of what I shall give you afterwards. There are 2,000 francs worth of pills in the case.
No, I cannot take it. We must fix the amount you will pay me.
You must tell me this.
It will be a great deal of money. You are asking of me murder.
Tell me how much.
No, I leave it to you. I will accept whatever you propose. This is not my trade.
No, mine. 25,000 francs?
Agreed. One thing more, my lady. Your name?
Madame Hortense Bernier. When I returned home, I found a letter under my door. It was from Louis. It said, I know what I must do. It is honorable. It is inevitable. Didn't you mean he would go aboard the Amérique to face up to Charles as he had threatened? Oh, no, not Louis. He was jesting. Besides, I know him. He will be sleeping late in the morning, as he always does. It was not until days later that I pieced together what must have happened.
Officer, may I have a word with you?
Certainly, sir. What may I do?
My card. I am Louis de Marot. I've just been brought to the Amérique from the case. Is there a Monsieur Charles Bernier on board?
Bernier? Yes.
Good. I wonder if you could direct me where I might find him.
Oh, I think he has already gone ashore, monsieur. There was a boatman inquiring after him a few moments ago. I think he carried him off.
Too late. And my boat has gone back already.
Oh, I shouldn't worry, sir. There'll be other boats arriving from shore. And many of our passengers don't like to be so clearly in sight of land and have to wait until the Amérique crosses the bar in the afternoon.
Looking down at the water from the deck here, I see a boat moored to the ladder on the stern. Is that a town boat?
Yes, it is.
Do you know where the boatman is?
Oh, he'll be along. Why don't you let yourself down this ladder and wait in the boat for him?
Splendid.
I wonder if you could do me a favor, monsieur. I have a portmanteau which I should like to have taken ashore this morning. Could you take it with you and give it to the harbor master?
Why not? At least my trip here this morning will not have been entirely useless.
I do appreciate it. You let yourself down the ladder, and I'll lower the portmanteau to you by rope.
All right, officer, send it down.
Here it comes, sir.
Oh, I believe I left my walking stick on the deck. Would you send that along also?
I'll give it to the boatman here. You'll bring it down. Got the portmanteau?
Yes. It made a safe landing. I'll untie it.
Good morning, sir. Glad to see you. Here is your cane.
Oh, I was going to ask you if this was your boat. I can see it is.
Yes, sir. At your service. Officer, pull up the rope, huh?
Can you row me ashore?
Where to?
To Madame Bernier's at the end of the quay.
Certainly, sir. You're just the gentleman I want.
8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10. Anxiously I waited. With every noise. Would I hear a struggle out there in the harbor? Would somebody see? It was broad daylight. I couldn't stop myself from shivering. And then I saw a figure walking up from the new quay. He waved something. It was a man. He came closer.
Hortense? Is it you?
He waved again. With a cane in his hand. A cane. The man moved close. Limping. A child.
What did we say about Nemesis? In ancient Rome, the Romans worshipped this divine entity, the goddess who disapproved of deceit. The goddess that decreed a hand raised against another will be struck with its own punishment. The man Hortense tried to have murdered was here, at her gate, alive. Who had died in his place? How? It was too terrifying for her to think. Our story will continue shortly. Before we begin Act 3, a word about the great and prolific author Henry James. By the time he was 45, he'd already written 10 novels and 100 short stories. This story, about Hortense Bernier, her lover, her husband, and her fate, was James' very first story, written when he was 21. as unforgettable as his last. Now, to our reunited couple, Charles and Hortense.
I can't remember. Does it often get so chilly on a July night? I'm glad you need the fire, Hortense.
I felt very cold myself, Charles.
It must be 9 o'clock, my dear. The familiar and restful sounds of France. I miss them. I love them.
You must be tired, Charles, after that long sea journey.
5 years. It's hard to believe, eh? 5 long years. I must say, my dear, you have not aged 1 minute. In fact, you are lovelier than I remembered you. What say you? Will you answer for my dear wife? After all, you don't receive compliments like that every day.
I feel much older than the morning long ago when I awoke and you were gone.
My dear child, you're not going to bring up the past again, are you? Are you?
Oh, Charles, there is no use in pretending.
Pretending? What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter.
Right you are. What matters is the peace and comforts of home and another glass of cognac. And me my cane, will you, my dear? I'm very fond of the cognac you have provided. In America, they don't know what you're talking about.
Charles, it has been a long day for me. If you'll excuse me, I would like to retire.
Huh? Retire? Without me? But I haven't finished my glass.
I've made up a bed for you in a little room off the library.
You have put me into a separate bed? My dear, you're joking.
Let us understand one another. I may be your wife in the sight of the law, but that is all.
In the sight of God also. Come now. I am your husband. And as such, I have rights.
Charles, please, do not be difficult.
Are you refusing to go to bed with me?
Charles, please.
Cognac is frightful. It is not the only thing I shall break if I find a bad taste in my mouth. My dear, in the past, if I remember, when you were, shall we say, obstinate, I was obliged, if you remember, to admonish you with my cane.
Charles, no, Charles.
Why are you backing away from me?
Put it down, please. Put the cane down.
Hortense, come here. Hortense, I order you to stand still.
No, Charles, I beg you.
My dear, I shall break every stick of furniture in this room. Stand still.
For heaven's sake, Charles, have mercy.
Your favorite vase. Your porcelain. Everything that gets in my way between you and me. Talk. I can't
Stop, please. All right.
There. Now you're being sensible. Come here. That's right. Another step. 2 more. You're face to face. How exquisite your hair looks in the firelight. There, you see, I can be gentle. To show you that I trust you, I shall throw down my cane. You see? Here we are, husband and wife, standing beside the warm fire. I shall put my arms about you. Now you kiss me. Yes. Oh, your sweet softness. Oh, yes. I'm falling. Oh, my head. I'm bleeding. Blood on my eyes. I can't see. Help me up. My foot is doubled up under me. Hortense, help me. Help. Oh, my head. Everything is swimming. My head.
I pushed him from me and he had fallen in front of the fire. I couldn't bear to stay in his sight another moment. I ran upstairs and got my cloak.
Hortense, help me.
I put my hands over my ears and shut from my mind the sight of all that blood in the stone house. Somehow I ran from the house. And the next thing I knew I was inside the tool shed, shutting the door behind me. All night I sat there, in terror. In the morning, as though in a nightmare, I found myself walking towards the quayside. I could see a crowd on the beach. What were they looking at?
Move along there. There's nothing for you to see, only a body that's been washed ashore. Oh, Madame, I would not look over there if I were you. I told you, Madame, not to look. A drowned man is not a pretty sight.
It was me. I stood rooted to the spot. I could not move. You drowned. I felt numb and dead. All was so hopeless. What was the use to go on living? What for? I felt someone's hand on my shoulder.
Madame Bernier,
What?
lean on me. I will help you.
Oh, yes. Thank you, sir.
Don't you know me?
No, you. I'm sorry about that.
Perhaps a bit of brandy will help, huh? I have some at my place.
Brandy? But it is morning.
I live not far from here. I put my hand here under your arm and we walk, huh? So. Now, one step at a time, madame. Here we are. This is my door. I shall open it. And now, you sit yourself in that chair. It's my best and only chair. Madame Bernier.
You know my name.
Well, I should think so. We have done a little bit of business together, have we not?
Oh, yes. You rode me to the cemetery.
I knew you would remember.
The grave. Charlie's grave. He isn't dead at all. He is not in that grave. Not dead.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. And now, my lady, to your word. 25,000 francs. I kept my part of the bargain. Now, you must keep yours.
You killed the wrong man.
Huh? What do you mean?
That man, that body on the beach is not Charles. You did not drown Charles. Oh, no. Charles is dead. It was I who have killed him.
Madame Bernier.
It is you who should pay me. I left him to bleed to death in my house.
I warn you, this is not time to play tricks on an old wise sailor. As we agreed, I rowed out to the steamship, and I brought back the man you described. A man of my age, with a portmanteau, a traveler, a man with a cane. The right man.
I tell you, no. You killed the wrong man. I'm going.
I wouldn't leave if I were you. Not until you acknowledge your part of the bargain. Your face, my lady, is too pretty for the blade of my knife.
The knife. Not so close to me. No.
Oh, well, would you care to feel the sharpness, eh? See? I barely touch your neck. And it leaves a red mark, huh? 25,000 francs. I shall give you all day, Madame Bernier. And when the sun is setting, I shall expect to find you in my boat. Your handbag filled with francs.
What could I do? Where could I turn? It wasn't the money that was in my house. But I didn't dare go and fetch it. Charles was there. I was dead or dying in front of the fireplace. What was left of me? I couldn't run away or hide or start my life again. And then it came to me. I'd be frightened. I had nothing left to live for. I would keep the rendezvous with him and pray he would cut my throat. But it would be peace and then the misery of an unbearable life. At dusk, I sat in the rowboat and waited.
Miserable creature! Get away from me, child. I don't want you here. Go somewhere else, huh?
He was beating that poor little deaf and dumb child again. I could hear him.
Get away from here. I'll break every bone in your body. Get away from my boat, boy. I don't want you in my boat.
Here, quick, little boy, come here. Get behind me.
Madame, I ask you to move aside. I am not going to teach that ugly child a lesson.
He's done nothing to you. Stop, Emil. Put that oar down.
I have told that child to leave me alone, to go live somewhere else. I have warned him again and again. Let go of this oar, madame.
I won't.
Now you've made me drop it.
You shan't have it.
Give that back to me.
One step closer to that child, and I...
And you'll...
You must leave right away, little one. You mustn't interfere. Your father won't hurt you anymore. I knew I had killed Emil. The eyes staring up at me with the same eyes on the face of Louis washed up on the beach. I took the boy to the little hovel next door. A woman came out and folded him in her arms. The child would be safe. For me, there would be no safety. I went to the prefect of police.
What did you say your name was, madame?
My name? Yes, Hortense. I was named after my mother. I am married. Madame Hortense Benier. That's the name. Benier.
Madame Benier, I regret we've kept you waiting, but we have had another fatal accident on the case side. I have to take deposition.
It was I who killed him.
Oh, all right, madame. It would require a person of great strength to lift one of those oars. 12 feet long, solid oak. I can barely lift one myself.
I was the woman. It was I.
But you are small and frail. How could it have been you? Furthermore, why did you feel it necessary to come here and make such a confession?
Because it is so.
Wait, just a moment. I have an expensive pearl-studded watch which was found on the body. Is it by any chance yours?
Yes. It is my watch. So you see, I was with him. I was there, so I could have killed him.
No, not so fast, dear lady. On the face of it, yes, it could have been a watch. But the other? No. Germain seems to persist with this so-called admission of guilt, Madame Benier. Then you must also furnish me with a reason, a motive.
It was because of the boy. The boy was being beaten.
I know that.
You know that?
Naturally. Everyone on the waterfront knows how Emil tortured that child because he believed his wife had betrayed him. Common knowledge.
Please. I wanted him dead. There is nothing for me to live for. I have killed. You must punish me.
Excuse me. Someone to see me. Ah, yes, I'm glad you came. Madame Benier is here.
Hortense, dear. I have come to take you home.
And so the curtain falls on the third act of a tragedy of error. But has it fallen for the last time on Hortense Bernier? Is it the end of her story? We rather think it is only the beginning. A lifetime of marriage to a man she hates. Caught like a fly in the web of a spider. Nemesis. I shall be back shortly. Putting it simply, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, blow for blow, cat and mouse, the hunter and the hunted, vengeance and revenge. These are some of the themes on which Henry James built a career of extraordinary fiction. Although more than 100 years separate his generation from ours, what you have just heard was the very beginning of the modern psychological novel. Our cast included Tammy Grimes, Robert Dryden, Fred Gwynne, and Russell Horton. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
Who are you anyway, huh? Well, I'm just Elmer Potts, like I told you. But I've been delegated, and that means you have to go.
Delegated by whom?
Well, directly only by my controller, but he acts on orders of the supervisor, the man himself.
But that isn't the way it works. It's death that comes to take people away.
Well, that's what I thought, too, before I made my crossing. But, well, you can see now, like I can see, that was only in olden times.
There are too many people kicking off now for one person to handle the whole thing, so that's just like one of the dirty jobs you get handed when you're new over there. Jobs? Sure. Now, come on. We got to get a move on. I am not going with you. You got to go with me. You're dead. Mrs. E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are crouched in the center of a barren room, the heat of the tropics numbing your brain, your bare hands bleeding and torn. While facing you, his giant hands reaching for you, is the brute of a man whose life depends upon his killing you.
Listen now as Escape brings you John Russell's unusual story, Jetsam.
The pub known as the Crown and Anchor was much like any of its fellow establishments along the Sydney waterfront. It was noisy and ill-lit, and always crowded with a clientele that worked hard at being boisterously happy. The liquor was cheap and potent, and quickly available. At the Crown and Anchor, there was a little something for everyone. New acquaintances, male or female, old friends to be met, and, of course, arguments. Those wonderful, time-consuming, liquor-bred arguments.
What was that again?
I said and I say again, you bloody English think you won the war yourselves.
Well, that's a filthy thing to say.
Or maybe you won it yourself in your pretty little Spitfire.
Well, at least I didn't spend my time mucking about in the desert with Montgomery.
No, you don't.
You big lumbering clown.
The fleet alarm has just collapsed. Here, give me a hand, Alf. We'll chuck him out in the street.
And now, sitting in the waiting room of Morley & Sons solicitors, Junius Peabody couldn't remember too well everything that had happened. He remembered the Crown and Anchor, and the man with the scarred face, and waking at dawn on the cobbled street face down in the gutter, but he wasn't too clear on the reasons for it all.
Sir John will see you now, Mr. Peabody. Good morning, Junius. Sit down.
I'm sorry about not keeping our appointment the other day, said John.
It was almost 2 weeks ago, Junius.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
I wanted to see you because I've had another cable from your father.
Yes, sir?
Sent along a letter of credit, drawn in the amount of £50. From what he says in the cable, I don't think he expects you to come back to England.
But the last time I wrote, I said I'd be home. I said I'd work for him there.
Yes, I don't think that's of much interest to your father anymore. Would you care to see the cable?
No. No, thank you.
Now, he also has instructed me to advance you no more money under any consideration.
So I'm not to be a remittance man after all.
Junius, do you have any plans?
I have no plans.
Well, what about your commission?
Who can use a 35-year-old flyer, one that can't even hold a rum glass steady?
Yes, and that's something else, Junius. This drinking of yours.
This is going to be a lecture, Sir John?
Well, in a sense, yes. Now, ever since the war, you've done your best to become an alcoholic. Why?
Why does anyone drink?
Well, may I tell you why I think you do? The war. You're still fighting it. Still in a Singapore prisoner of war camp. And you were a good officer and a good pilot, I'm told. You could have gone on if you'd let yourself. Why can't you forget what's behind you? Forget what you went through. Others have.
This is a lecture, isn't it?
Well, you came to Australia at the war's end. You've done a lick of work since.
Now, really,
lived as well as you could on the money your father sent out here. You've held only one position in all that time, and that you managed to keep for just 3 weeks.
I was out sick. In a hospital.
Oh, you were dead drunk in a back street house.
I was out sick.
Call it what you want. But don't use the war as an excuse for your own shortcomings.
Oh, it must be very fine to be successful and smug and righteous.
Now, Junius, listen to me
No,
for a moment.
I won't. I'm sick to teeth of men like you and my father. Preaching, moralizing. I'm tired of the lot of you. Now, if you'll be good enough to give me that letter of credit, I will get out of your office.
Now, you're talking like a child.
The
Junius.
letter, please.
Yeah? Junius, where are you going?
For as long as my money holds out, Sir John, I shall be at the noisiest, filthiest, and most enjoyable bar in Sydney.
And that was the start of a most colossal binge for Junius Peabody. The entries were badly blurred, but he could trace himself up through Brisbane, Port Moresby, Macau. There were assorted voyages and counter-voyages, women's faces, and the cloying aroma of heavy perfumes. There was a hectic session when he and a Norwegian schooner captain hit the bank at Fantan and swore eternal friendship amid champagne baskets. And it was this same captain who landed him finally, the champagne baskets having been emptied, on a small island. And it was on this island that he found a bar where a tall, cynical white man by the name of Bendemeer cashed in the remains of the dwindling letter of credit for the last magnificent splurge. And now, weeks after leaving Sydney, Junius awoke on the wide sandy beach, watching the dawn spread over the butternut sea.
Hello. You don't happen to have a flask or anything handy about you?
Well, if I had one, it would be empty.
Shame it is. I've a notion I'm about to have the fantods.
The what?
Fantods, you know, the creepers.
Oh. Yeah. I could use a bracer myself.
I'm the Sydney Duck. Your name's Peabody.
That's right.
It wasn't half a party you gave last night at the Bendemeers.
Bendemeers? It seems to me I was thrown out of there last night. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You was, and me, and the big Dutchman, Willems. But it was your fault. You started playing Chuck Farthing among his bottles with a bunch of copper spikes. I never seen a man hold his liquor worse.
Well, I paid for it, didn't I? It was my money, and heavens knows you had your share of it.
Well, Lord love you, chum, that I did. Hey, seeing as he threw us out, I suppose your credit's gone.
I imagine. Sydney?
Yes?
What is this place?
This is a beach, chum. And the island's Fufuti.
And what the devil's Fufuti?
3,000 miles from the nearest pub.
I did have some cufflinks and things. I wonder what became of them.
Hey, you got any smokes left?
Oh. Here.
Thanks. Well, you're on the beach now, matey, that's for certain. And you won't like it, you won't.
Do you?
Me, I'm used to it. But look at your hands. I'll lay you never did a day's work in your life with them soft hands. You was probably a gentleman. But you're a beachcomber now, matey, a lousy beachcomber. And you needn't expect me to do no begging for you, for I won't no fear.
Junius turned and examined the features of the Sydney duck, who was hunched on the sand beside him. The prominence of the nose and upper lip, the thin pink ears, the jutting teeth that gave him the feeble ferocity of a rat. And at the same time, he was conscious of himself, only in a different way. Here was Junius Peabody, washed up on the beach at the far edge of the world, like any other bit of useless jetsam, to stay and to rot.
Pretty low.
Oh, it ain't so bad. Nobody starves here, that's one thing. You can always fall in with a wedding or a birthday or something. Or maybe you come across a new chum with a bit of brass. Some flat who's willing to stand the drinks.
Like me?
Oh, there's plenty like you. The pearl fishing brings them in, you see. When they're stony like you, they usually take a job till they get a chance to get away again. That is, if they're able to do anything at all. What can you do?
That's a good question, Sidney.
Well, what can you do?
I can fly a Spitfire, and I'm a good judge of French brandy.
That's not much, is it?
Not much.
Hey, yeah, what's the name?
Where
are you going?
Going to take a swim. Have you had yours yet?
Oh. Morning bath on the beach at Fufuti.
Well, you can't tell, Sidney. You might like it.
Ah, go on. Can't prove that water ever helped anybody. Aye. You really are going in.
Yes, I really am. Keep an eye on my things, Sidney.
Oh, right you are, me lord. Hope the bath ain't too cold, me lord. Oh.
Junius walked down the sand alone to the water's edge and stood looking out to where the sun sent a long, glittering path toward him across the morning sea. And he was suddenly conscious that he made an ugly figure under the clear light. He moved out into the water till it reached his knees. Then something bumped against his shin, nearly tripping him. He could see the object floating nearby. It was a rough lump of some substance, grayish-brown, the size of a boy's football. He picked it up. To the touch, it was greasy.
Sidney! Sidney Duck!
What?
Come down here to the surf a minute.
I'm close enough now. You got something to show me? Bring it here.
This was floating about in the water. I think I know what it is, but I can't quite believe it.
Think you know what is?
This. Sit up and have a look at it.
Hey, boy, the great Lord, Harry. It's the stuff. Look at it. All smooth and greasy like. Oh, we ain't struck it rich nor nothing. Oh, no, not much.
But shouldn't there be an odor, a perfume?
That comes later when it's not so fresh, and anybody else would know it. Hey, what could this be but ambergris, worth nearly £2 an ounce, right here on Fufuti. Here, let me take a feel of it.
£2 an ounce.
Ambergris as right as rain. And there must be 8-10 pounds here. And half of it's mine.
What?
I say half of that's mine. Ain't I been palling along with you? Wasn't I here? It's a fair divvy. I want me half.
Your half? Nothing small about you, is there? No, my lad. This is my insurance of this island. I'll give you whatever I don't need.
Oh, no, Mr. Peabody. You wouldn't forget an old friend who came to your side when you was on the beach, would you?
Why, you dirty old windbag. You just be happy if you get anything.
Mr. Peabody, I know a gentleman like you who'll do the right thing.
Yes, well, don't you worry, Sidney. You just...
Now, lie cozy, Mr. Peabody. It's a real shame to see a gentleman like you lying all stretched out in the sand. But since you're there, I'll just relieve you of this insurance of yours. And now, I bid you a respectful good day, Mr. Peabody.
In just a moment, the second act of Escape. But first, tomorrow night at most of these same CBS radio stations, hear William Powell in a startling anti-communist drama titled The Man Who Cried Wolf on Suspense. Tomorrow night on CBS Radio. And now, back to Escape.
Why Junius Peabody hadn't been killed by the Sydney Duck's blow at the base of his skull was hard to understand. But it was only a matter of minutes later that he presented himself at Bendemere's Saloon and General Store. It was the only place Junius was known on the island of Fufuti, and Bendemere was the local authority. He was at once the best loved and the best hated individual, being police, landowner, merchant, trader, and purveyor of bad alcohol. Junius stood a moment, trying to get his breath, and then...
I've been robbed.
So?
The property of mine has been stolen.
Money, this was?
No, not money.
Then what do you care?
What do I care? What are you talking about, man?
What was this property you lost?
Well, that's not important to you. I want to know if you're going to do anything about it.
No. Why should I?
But you're the only authority on the island.
That's right. Who was the man who stole from you?
Sydney Duck.
He hit you and ran off?
Yes.
I could help you, but I won't.
What?
I've seen too many of your kind here on the beach. Drift stuff that gets washed in. You're not worth it.
All right, I'll do this myself since you won't help.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but this island isn't so big I can't find the Sydney Duck.
You go alone to retake this property of yours?
Since I must, yes.
You're a fool. They'll probably kill you.
Well, they'll probably... They?
Those that live at Tenbo Head, that's where the Sydney Duck will be now. That's where they all go when they must hide because of some minor lawlessness.
The Sydney Duck has something of mine, and I'm going to get it back. And when I do, I'll be in to see you to talk business.
I still think you're a fool.
Bendemeer, last night you cashed in the last of my letter of credit.
That's right.
You were glad enough to help me then.
You had money.
That's the only drive you have? Money?
It's the biggest. But let me tell you more. I don't mind helping a man who is worth something, a man who wants to help himself, but you... I know you're kind. You're filled with rum and useless. You're Jetsam. You always will be.
You're very sure, aren't you?
I know you're kind, pitying yourself, thinking no one understands you or your problems, so you swill in rum in order to hide. You always will.
I'm going out to Tenbo Head, and I'll be back.
I'll give you a drink if you get back.
It took the better part of 2 hours for Junius to work his way over the lava cliffs and crevices, knife-like and treacherous, to Tenbo Head, or what was better known as the Rocks. And here, his fingernails bleeding, his clothes torn, Junius finally found the Sydney Duck and Willems. They were seated on a small ledge, half hidden by pandanus leaves, overlooking the blue Pacific 30 feet below. Between the hulking German and the little Sydney Duck was the prize, his prize, the gray-brown ball now enclosed in a torn fishnet. Empty-handed, there was no way to take the ambergris from the two of them. Junius crouched low behind the foliage, thinking. And then a plan came to mind, so simple that Junius smiled. With a rush, he cleared the foliage and, stooping, clutched the filled net with one hand. Then, before the 2 startled men could more than cry out, he dove into the ocean 30 feet below.
Bendemeer!
Coming. I was out in the storeroom and Peabody.
That's right. I'm back.
So I see. But not in good condition.
It'll do. You needn't stare. I'm a paying customer now.
As how?
Ambergris. My property. Over 10 pounds of it.
What? Was it this the Sydney Duck robbed you of?
That's right.
And you went out to the rocks to get it back from him yourself?
From them. Willems, the German, was with him.
By yourself? You did this?
Look, there's the stuff. Now about that business proposition.
Concerning this?
Right.
How much do you want for it?
1,000 silver dollars or 2,000 shillings.
I don't have that much about me. Suppose we say a standing credit for 1,000 drinks instead.
I want money, not liquor.
It amounts to the same thing. By the time you drunk yourself to death, I'd simply have the money back again.
No, it doesn't, because I'm going to leave this island. And to do that, I need money. So let's talk business, Bendemeer.
Not yours to sell, you ruddy thief.
What?
Mr. Bendemeer, this man here, this Peabody robbed me and my partner Williams of that what's lying on your counter there. And if you want to do business, it should be with Williams and me.
Yeah, that's right. That's ours. Now, what you give us?
I've been told it's not yours.
Sidney, you're a lying little cheat. You know that's mine. I found it.
That belongs to the Sydney Duck.
That's a lie.
Don't tell me
Now, quiet! All of you.
Oh, Mr. Bendemeer, after all, it's our word against his, and they're two of us.
But what if two of you are lying? How do you suggest it be settled?
Fight for it.
Yeah, fine. We'll go outside, the three of us, and whoever comes back in, it's rightly theirs.
Yeah, good.
The minute I set foot outside that door, you'd have a knife in my back.
Oh, you don't sound as brave as you did before, Mr. Peabody.
Not against the two of them. I'm not a fool, that's all.
Against one, perhaps?
Villains?
Why not? After all, you could kill Sydney with one blow.
You must hate people.
Just weaklings.
All right, I'll fight. And if I win?
I'll buy from you. Sydney, sit down in that chair where I can keep an eye on you.
Yes, all right. Now give it to him proper, Williams.
There are no rules. Go ahead.
You're big and stupid, Willems.
Now, that's enough for you, no? Einmal mehr, Kleinchen, einmal mehr. Nein! Genug!
And so, you see, it is easily settled. Sydney Duck.
Yes?
Get your friend out of here. I have business to discuss with Mr. Peabody. You feel better now that you are bathed and whole again, huh?
Now, let's get on with it. I want money for this stuff. I want to leave this place as soon as possible.
You can only get off this island when and how I allow you. You see, mine is the only boat, the Likely Jane. You can see her through the window there. A brandy?
I had my final drink in this place last night when you threw me out.
Sure?
Quite.
Well, just in case. Now, let me suggest my plan. The island of Nukava, which I own, is well planted with coconut crop. However, Nukava is on the edge of the earth, the farthest corner, and the loneliest, and the driest. There are 12 Kanaka boys there, but I need an agent, someone I can trust.
Why do you tell me?
A white man could live there if he wanted to, and if he were fit to live at all. Of course, once he was there, he'd be stuck for a year on a coral gridiron. There's not a drop of anything to drink, save water, and that is brackish.
Look, Bendemeer, what about this ambergris? I've got more than 10 pounds of it. Will you buy it?
You can't very well take it anywhere else if I wouldn't buy it. Can you? Now, I'll make you an offer. I'll buy this lump of stuff from you, and I'll buy it either two ways. I'll give you a half interest in Nukaba, and you go there at once to take charge as agent, or else. Here is the first of your brandy, and I'll keep you perpetually drunk as long as you last.
Nukaba.
Once you're there, Peabody, there's no escape. You'll sit and fry.
What for? Why do you offer me a choice like this?
Because it amuses me. Because I please. Because... I know what you'll do.
Yes?
I've been watching men of your sort all my life. And I know just what they're worth. Drift on beaches, scraps, trash, jetsam, regeneration, rot and drivel. You can't save yourself any more than you could lift yourself by your own bootstraps. It suits me to prove you this way.
There's your stinking brandy on the floor to say that you're wrong, Bendemeer. You'll lose.
Oh, so?
Yes. I'll go to Nukaba.
As my agent?
Yes.
You'll stay and run the island for a year?
Yes, if only to prove there are some scraps thrown on the beach that are worth something.
So I see. The likely Jane will sail within an hour.
Yes, I'll be aboard.
An hour or so later, as Bendemeer watched the likely Jane set a course for Nukaba, there was a smile on the face of that remarkable man, curiously unlike that of a loser's chagrin. He was still smiling as he went back to his storeroom to put the place to rights. There was a clutter of odds and ends of cargo from one of his surf boats, which had upset the day before while hauling cargo out to his schooner. Most of it had been salvaged by his Kanaka boys along the shore. But a certain tub containing tallow had lost a part of its contents. However, he was able now to restore the missing tallow, a large lump, weighing perhaps 10 pounds or so.
Under the direction of Norman MacDonald, Escape has brought you Jetsam by John Russell, adapted by Norman MacDonald and starring Ben Wright. Featured in the cast were John Daner as Bendemeer, Lawrence Dobkin as Sir John, and Charlie Lung as the Sydney Duck. The narrator was Edgar Barrier. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are standing in inky blackness, looking up a long flight of stairs, at the top of which lurks something unbelievably evil, while in the moving shadows behind you, coming closer to you, is the shadowy figure of something that could only come from a nightmare.
So listen next week when Escape brings you Anthony Ellis's terrifying story, I Saw Myself Running. Tomorrow on CBS Radio, hear Robert Q. Lewis filling in for Arthur Godfrey, who's off on an Air Force mission. On House Party, another of our Monday through Friday mainstays here on CBS Radio, popular Art Linkletter holds the reins. Don't miss them tomorrow on most of these same CBS radio stations. This is Roy Rowan speaking. America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Do you remember the old nursery rhyme, Punch and Judy went to town to see what they could see? A highwayman took all their clothes and hung them on a tree. They asked a farmer what to do. He said, do not complain. Punch and Judy turned around and went back home again. That was written 300 years ago. The story we're about to tell you happened yesterday.
Our honeymoon's ruined. My husband was going to take me to the most expensive dinner in the city tonight. Now I can't go.
Of course you can, Mrs. Connor. You just leave it to us folks in television. By the time we tell your story to the TV audience, you and your husband will be the most celebrated couple to hit the big city. But we have no money. Mr. Connor, getting robbed on your honeymoon is going to be the luckiest thing that ever happened to you.
Our mystery drama, Big City Blues, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by G. Frederick Lewis and stars Russell Horton and Marion Haley. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Sign-Off, the sinus medicines. I'll be back shortly with Act One. It made all the headlines. It could have been written by O. Henry, said the newsmen. Interestingly enough, neither Harold nor his wife, Marge Connor, minded at all if we used their real names. It was the big city where it happened. They objected, probably because it was sort of embarrassing the way it turned out. So when the mayor asked us not to say where this happened, we agreed and said, okay, we'll call it Big City. It began the day Marge and Harold checked into the Big Glass Hotel in Big City.
You had a reservation. What did you say your name was?
Mr. and
Harold Connor. Connor. Mr. and Mrs. Harold. For how long was that? Oh, I don't know. A week, we hope.
Until the money runs out.
Until the money... Connor. No, I don't seem to find the name. Is that Connor with a K or a C? With an H. H. Connor. The last name. The last name. Connor with a C.
You don't have it?
I made the reservation a month ago.
You did, Harold. You didn't tell me.
Didn't I? Oh, sure I did.
But how could you be so sure I'd say yes?
Oh, I knew. Well, I'm sorry, but
How could you know?
We'd waited for 3 years, baby face. Neither of us were getting any younger.
Harold.
I knew you'd have to give in and marry me sometime.
Oh, you man, you're so sure of yourself.
Well, I am sorry, sir, but we just don't seem to have any record. Jumping glory, Oscar, you got to.
We've come all this way.
I telephoned directly from Barrows Point. You called from Barrows Point? Barrows Point, Maine. Well, did you send a deposit? What's that? I see. Well, I'm sorry, but we have got no room. We are full up.
Oh, my. Oh, what a way to begin a honeymoon.
Did you say honeymoon?
Uh-huh.
Well, that puts an entirely different complexion on the matter. The honeymoon file. Oh, yes. Here we are, the honeymoon suite. Mr. and Mrs. Harold Connor. Well, happy honeymoon, folks. You'll find a bottle of champagne and a basket of fruit in your suite. Compliments of the management. Now, just sign the register here, Mr. Connor. Front!
Oh, Harold, just look at the view of the city from this window. Why, it's spectacular.
You shouldn't have said that about we're staying here until the money runs out, Lovey. What are they going to think?
Well, how much money do we have for our honeymoon?
We have enough. I don't want my little bride to worry herself about that.
Well, Harold, you've got to stop talking to me as if I were a teenage bride. Lovey, baby face. I'm 28.
So what? I'm 34.
We're mature people. We don't talk like that.
Even on a honeymoon? I don't see what age has to do with it. My parents married at 40. Honey bun.
Oh, Harold, I don't see your dad calling his 40-year-old bride, your mother, honey bun. Oh, now, let me think. What do I wear tonight? Oh, our first big night on the town. Where are we going, Harold?
To the most expensive restaurant the taxi driver will take us to.
My taxi? A taxi cab?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
That's what everybody does in big city. Yes, who is it?
Telegram. A telegram for us? Who knows we're here?
Just a minute. Well, I did tell a couple of the fellas at the lumber yard.
You told a couple of...
Oh, and my brother, too, of course. Boy, was he envious.
Where you go on your honeymoon, Harold? It's supposed to be a secret.
Telegram. I got a telegram for you.
I don't think we ought to open the door. You know what they say? It could be anybody.
Slip it under the door, will you?
You have to sign for it. Mr. and Mrs. Harold Connor.
Oh, it's all right. He knows our name.
Mr. Connor?
That's me.
You sign here, please.
Thanks. You don't happen to have a pencil on you, do you?
No, I don't, Mr. Connor. But I have this.
Oh, it's got a gun.
Shall we go quietly back into your room, Mr. and Mrs. Connor, and shut the door?
Hey, watch where you're pointing, Matt. What is this?
Can't you guess? You're being robbed.
We've nothing left. Nothing. Everything.
Operator.
Absolutely everything.
Operator! I'm not getting anything out of this phone.
Oh, you didn't leave us a single thing, Harold. My wedding ring, my engagement ring, my earring.
What did you do with this phone? They got it all marked off with names. I dialed room service. I dialed bell captain. Nothing. Hello? Hello?
Cool he was. Took everything and thanked us and walked out of here like it was an old friend.
There's only two more things left to dial. Barber shop and beauty parlor.
Oh.
May I help you?
We've just been robbed.
What did you say?
I said we've just been robbed. That's what I said.
Oh, my.
This man walked in, said there was a telegram, and he had a gun.
A telegram? Oh, not again.
Well, what are you going to do about it? I've been cleaned out. My wallet, all my money, my wife's clothes, and my best suit.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
So, what will we do?
Let me see. Wait, sit tight. No. You come down to the desk. Don't panic. Who are you?
What does he say, Harold?
He says, don't panic. Who am I?
Well, tell him.
Hello, what room is this?
This is, Marge, what room is this?
How do I know? Just tell him who we are.
You'd better come right down to the desk, sir. Did you say that the thief took your wife's clothes? Was it a lady thief?
Marge, he wants to know if it was a lady thief.
Give me that phone. Hello? Who is this?
Oh, hello. We seem to have crossed wires. Madam, will you kindly get off the telephone? You're interrupting an emergency call. I was talking to a gentleman.
I know you were. My husband. Now, who is this?
Oh, the gentleman is your husband?
Yes.
Oh, you're married.
Yes, now you listen to me. I don't know how you run your hotel, but I am coming down this instant to the lobby, and we want action. We have been robbed.
Now, madam, now, please, don't do anything hasty. I'll come right up to your room and straighten out everything. Just tell me which room it is.
The honeymoon suite.
The honeymoon suite? Oh, my goodness gracious. I'll ring up the police right this instant and be up there in no time. Don't go away now.
May we come in? Who is it? It's the room clerk. Are you sure? I'm going to be mighty careful about who I let in, Marge.
Of course I'm sure. Now put the door on the chain and open it and take a peek.
Should I do that, Marge?
Well, I don't see what's the difference, Harold. If Bonnie and Clyde and Butch Cassidy should walk in here now, there's nothing left to steal.
I'll put the door on the chain. Hi.
Who is it, Harold?
It looks like the man from the desk downstairs.
What man?
The one who couldn't find our reservation.
Hello, Mrs. Carter. My name's Ronald. I'm the desk clerk.
Who's that with you?
I'm Don Purvis.
Celebrity Corner? Channel 9?
We don't get Channel 9 in Barrows Point. We don't get any channels.
Oh, well, open the door, Harold. We're wasting time.
Oh, excuse me. I have to close the door to open it. Here. Well, come in.
Oh, this is simply awful, Mr. Connor. I do apologize.
Did you call the police?
Well, I certainly did.
This man just walked in here and robbed us blind. Our good clothes, her watch, my watch, all our money.
Oh, dear. Whatever must you think of our security?
I don't know what to do. I can't pay for this room.
This suite.
Can't pay for that either.
Well, don't you worry, Mr. Connor. I'll see to it that the hotel gives you this room for as long as you want to stay.
Now, Don, let's not exaggerate.
Ronald, these folks have suffered mightily on their first visit to the big city. And I doubt very much if the folks watching Celebrity Corner on 9 would be very happy about you kicking the Connors out.
Kicking them out? Who ever said such a thing? I'll show you how we do things around here. Hello, Oscar. Oscar, you send up another bottle of champagne and a basket of fruit. Make that 2 baskets of fruit. A honeymoon suite. Oh, and Oscar, put in some extra seedless grapes.
Seedless grapes? Oh, Harold was going to take me to the most expensive dinner in the city. Now we can't go.
Of course you can, honey. You just leave it to your Uncle Don. We of Channel 9, we do the news right, believe you me. By the time we've covered this story, and we'll cover it in depth, Harold and Marge, you will be the most celebrated couple ever to hit the big city. Dinner anywhere you want.
But who's going to pick up the tab?
Oh, you just don't know, Mr. Connor, how generous this big town can be. Getting robbed is going to be the luckiest thing that ever happened to you.
Well, how anybody got a hold of your names and came up here is a complete mystery to me. I really must talk to Mr. Sheraton about that.
Now, Marge, Harold, before the police show up with all their questions and so forth, I want you both to tell me a little about yourselves. Now, I can see by looking at you that you're celebrating your anniversary. Am I right? Now, which is it? The 5th or the 10th?
I wonder if what's happening to Marge and Harold Connor has happened to other honeymooners. It may have, but I hope not often. In this case, the plight of these unfortunate honeymooners so captured the imagination and compassion of the people of the big city that everyone wanted to help. Their bad news produced lots of good Samaritans. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. The action is just beginning for the honeymooners from the state of Maine. The police came and wanted to know, what did the robber look like? Marge said he was tall. Harold said he was short. Marge said he was young. Harold said he was old. The police shook their heads and sadly went their misinformed way. That evening, those who tuned in to Celebrity Corner heard this.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Don Purvis, your purveyor of the perceptive, perfidious, perfumed, and performed. It's your old headline hunter, Don Purvis, host of Celebrity Corner, hangout of the famous and infamous. Tonight, our special guests are Marge and Harold Connor. Now, Marge, tell me, what are you doing in the big city?
We're here on a honeymoon, Don.
No kidding. And, Harold, where are you from?
Barrows Point, Maine.
Barrows Point, Maine. Think of that. All the way from Maine. And tell me, what made you pick big city for your honeymoon, Marge?
We've always wanted to come here, Don.
Yep. Folks up our way told us it's a great place to have fun.
And it sure is. Marge, tell me, how have you been enjoying it so far?
Well, I don't know, Don. This is our first night. We haven't seen much of big city yet.
Well, Harold, what plans do you have for you two honeymooners?
We don't have any more because, we don't have any money.
You don't have any money?
We don't have any clothes either, just what we've got on our back.
No clothes?
I can't talk about this anymore. I want to go home.
Oh, jumping glory, Oskies. Now you've made her cry.
Well, now, just wait. Now, Marge, tell me what's the matter.
This man, he came into our hotel room this afternoon and stole everything, even my wedding ring.
Oh, honey.
You made me take it off. I'd only wanted for a few.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you watching Celebrity Corner, what you are seeing is the complete, unvarnished, total, true truth. These youngsters, these folks came here to the big city with love and big dreams, and they were robbed. Now, are we who make this thriving metropolis our home going to let them return to Barrows Point, remembering that our town was the end of the line for them instead of the beginning of a wonderful life? Now, our telephone number is 555-1242. Call that number with charity in your hearts and unselfishness in your soul. Let us show these two lovely people from our sister state that we're all brothers, that indeed this can be Samaritan City and not the Sin City that it seems to them. This is Don Purvis, your host on Celebrity Corner, and bless you one and all, and a good, good night.
Who is it? Don Purvis, kids. Open up.
Don Purvis. Oh, let him in. Let him in, Hal.
Hi, everybody. I thought I'd find out how the world was treating you today. Well, what is this? What did you do? Rob a department store?
Don't say that, even in funny.
This place looks like a warehouse.
Well, folks have been sending us stuff since early this morning.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
Folks we don't even know.
Ah, but they do know you, Harold. And in another 24 hours, everybody in town will know you. You know, I picked up 5 more stations on account of last night's broadcast. Before the end of the week, you'll be getting stuff from all over the United States. It's on every wire service, the story, your pictures.
Maybe even at home. We'll be in the point time.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
What's that, Harold?
Oh, Fenwick spin fly fishing tackle. Rod, gear. Wait till I hit the trout with this.
Oh, and I got a whole box of tunic shirt things, Don. Look. One in black, one in white, a green one, orange, pink, blue, and this color. Well, I don't even know what it is.
Well, it's a lilac, I'd say.
Oh.
Light lavender.
Oh, and they're all my size.
Read the card, Marge.
To Marge Connor, a fashion shirt for every day in the week. Happy honeymoon.
How do you like this, Don? A sheepskin pistol case with a pistol in it. The card says, the next guy who tries to get funny with you, give him a shot of this.
Hey, and what's this? A goldfish bowl?
There's 5 goldfish. Kind of funny looking. They all turn around and look at me when I get close.
I don't know. I wouldn't put my finger in there if I were you. They look like piranhas to me.
And someone sent us 2 tickets to a jail game tonight.
Yes.
What?
Yes, look at these, Don. What's a jail game?
That's high-lie. It's like handball played with baskets. It's real fast. You'll love it.
Well, and a concert tomorrow at the Abraham Lincoln Center.
And a free pass to the top of the big city sky room and a free lunch.
What else? Oh, 2 tickets to a helicopter ride. And just wait till you see this, Don. I'll be right back. I put it on the bed.
Over there, 3 matching suitcases, real leather. I felt them. And in the bedroom, a whole slew of jackets and pants and shirts and ties. And you know what? Even pajamas.
Well, what do you think?
Turn around, honey.
Hey, that is some fur coat. Well, now, kids, it's time for business. I've set it up with the Channel 9 camera crew, and they're on their way. First, I think we'll reenact this whole scene. I come in, you show me the presents, and so on and so on. Then...
You're going to put us on television again, Don?
Tonight, I want to show the folks out in TV land the results of their generosity.
I'll be better tonight. I won't cry.
That's probably them now.
Come on in, boys. Well, here's our friend Ron from the front desk with a whopping big dog and a leash. I brought up 2 more presents for you. Whoa! Here, take this box, will you, Don, before I drop it?
Doggy!
Yes, a Doberman Pinscher. It's a present from the National Kennel Club. Their card says, here. For your protection, a man's best friend.
I'll close the door so you can let him run around.
Oh, here, Doggy.
And that big box, Don, just put on the coffee table, that's for you folks, too. A full set of china. Service for 8, I think.
What do we see? Oh, dishes. We won't have to buy any.
Oh, Don, I tell you, it's been some morning. It's just incredible.
Isn't that sweet? The card says service for 8 for a lifetime of good eating for the honeymoon couple and a big family.
They expect us to have 6 kids?
Well, there's a crowd of reporters down there you wouldn't believe. The lobby is a madhouse.
Well, who's complaining? I'll tell you what, Ron. First, I want my crew here to get this for tonight's show. Then we'll let those newspaper scavengers come up with their scraps.
Well, is it all right if I stay up here while you're taping?
Why not? But why?
Well, I'd like to make just a wee statement as to how this generous hotel management is permitting the Connors to remain in the honeymoon suite without charge for the rest of the week.
Ben, glory, Ossie, the dog's busted all the dishes.
Stop that soup! The dog is eating up all the food!
Good Lord! He's into the seedless grape.
It's all right, Marge. I've got him by the leash.
Oh, look at this room! Everything's on the floor. Oh, what a mess!
Here, boy. Come along, boy. I'll tie him up to the bit.
Oh, I hate all this.
You're lucky the dog didn't get into the piranhas.
Oh, the dish is broken. All that wasted food.
Now, Mrs. Connor, I'll take care of this right away.
I wonder what's keeping my crew.
Oh, hello, Oscar. This is Ron. Send up another fruit basket to the honeymoon suite. Mostly seedless grapes. You heard me. I said grapes.
Say, Bob, what's all this?
Sir?
All those flags everywhere.
Oh. Do you notice it all the same? Yes, well, we do that when a dignitary visits the hotel.
That's our flag. State of Maine.
Oh, you recognized it. 3 dozen of them, 36, all in honor of our guest.
Yes, your guests, Marge and Harold Connor.
Yes. Oh, lovely people. You know them?
I'd like to see them.
Well, I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. The Connors aren't in right now.
Oh, no? Where are they?
Well, let me see what time it is. It's 11 o'clock. Well, in just half an hour, they're at a little ceremony at the mayor's mansion. Keys to the city, you know.
Ceremony at the mayor's. Well.
Oh, they are lovely, deserving people. After what they've been through.
Well, I think I'll get myself over there.
Well, just for the record, could I have your name, sir?
Augustus. Chief Augustus of the Barris Point Police Force.
Barris Point? Well, that's where the Connors come from.
They sure do.
Well, then you must know them, Chief.
I sure do.
Do you mind my seeing your badge? I mean, you being in plain clothes. You know how people try to fool you.
How's this?
And I need not emphasize that we in the big city pride ourselves on treating every visitor, every stranger, as if he were a neighbor. That is what has made our big city big. The B stands for big heart and brotherhood. And we are all brothers. The I for impetuousness, and that we are. And the G for goodwill. So, without further ado, on behalf of...
This is Don Purvis again. You're watching the ceremony at the mayor's mansion on the occasion of making our honeymooners welcome.
Margaret, yes, Margaret.
Mrs. Connor is wearing a lilac tunic and matching slacks.
Harold Connor.
Mr. Connor is wearing a brand new sheepskin jacket.
To present you both with the
And the key is now being handed over to... Oh, Mr. Connor dropped the key, but he quickly picks it up. And there goes the sanitation department band playing Hail to the Mayor.
Excuse me, Bub. Can I get by?
I don't know where you can get to. The police have cordoned off the whole area. Nobody can get through until the guests of honor are back in the city limousine.
Where are they going?
Back to the hotel. They're going to plant a Maine pine tree in the park, but that's at 2 this afternoon. There goes the limousine now. There they go. What's that? What's that badge you're flashing?
I'm the chief of police at Barris Point. And I have a warrant here for the arrest of Harold Connor.
You have what? Wait, hold it a minute. They're cutting me in for a closing announcement. And that's the way it is today, folks. This is Don Purvis at the Mayor's Mansion. I return you now to Channel 9.
Oh, back at the old hotel. Good to put my tail down and my feet up.
Imagine the mayor himself. Oh, it's a pretty big key, isn't it?
Heavy.
It's the most exciting thing, Harold, that's ever happened to me. I bet the folks in Bell's Point just won't believe it. They'll be so envious. Especially your brother.
Maybe. Don't know why, though. He's Got a good job at home. Everyone respects him.
Oh, he was always jealous of you, even in school, remember?
I try not to. I hope they're not bringing us another dog.
I'll go. Hello, Don. Wasn't that exciting at the mayor's? Come on in. And Augustus. Augustus Connor, we were just talking about you.
Howdy, Harold. Oh, this is a nice surprise, Augustus. Did you come all the way down here to see us?
Harold, I just found out myself that the chief of police is your own brother.
Of all the coincidences, it's amazing. Augustus, we were just this minute talking about you, and you walk in.
Yeah, I'm not here on a pleasure trip. Mr. Purvis has just taken me to the local precinct, so we can have you placed under arrest, Harold. Brought back to Barris Point.
Arrest me? What for?
Augustus, if this is some kind of a joke, I don't like it.
It's no joke. It's for passing a bum check. That's the charge.
Augustus, you must be crazy.
Yeah, your check, your signature, no money in the bank. When I left Barris Point, the bank said more were coming in.
Don, can you do something?
Mrs. Connor, don't ask me. I feel like a fool. I should have guessed.
Guessed what? You don't believe this?
How do I even know you were robbed? You could have come up here with empty suitcases, and who would know? I should have listened to my sixth sense.
Don, I thought you were a friend.
Mr. and Mrs. Connor. Connor, the con artist. Man, oh man, you sure conned the big city. Yes, perhaps it would have been better if, like Punch and Judy, who went to town in that old nursery rhyme, Marge and Harold Connor had turned around and gone straight back to Maine. Can it be that Harold is wanted back home on bad check charges? Or is it all a mistake? True or false, one way or the other? We'll find out when I return shortly with Act 3. Since we started with an old nursery rhyme, appropriate, we thought, for this once-upon-a-time mystery, let us remind you of another. Once there were two brothers. The story's true, the story's sad. The trouble was, you couldn't tell which was good and which was bad. Let's find out.
Well, our hotel has sure quieted down.
Yeah, so's the whole town, Ron.
Don, you're the only one I can talk to about this. So I'm glad you could join me after hours here.
Well, what a jerk I was. What a dope.
But how would you know? How could you help it? You were as conned as the rest of us. Have another one on me.
No, thanks. You know I almost lost my job on account of those two.
So did I. Mr. Sheridan finally calmed down and said he'd forget the whole thing if I'd pay for the flags and the seedless freight.
Well, I had to get on the air last night and apologize. Well, you heard me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I didn't catch the show, Don.
What?
But I had to personally go up and help the maids clean up the honeymoon suite. And personally, I had to take everything back to the people who gave it. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I just felt like such a fool.
You can imagine what the mayor feels like. Newspapers came out and said he ought to be locked up with his own key to the city.
Yeah, Tim, do you really think the Connors weren't even robbed?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. They couldn't even get together on a description of the thief. Was he fat, thin, tall, short, young, old? I mean, that alone should have wised me up.
Well, it must have been hard for that chief of police, to come down here and arrest his own brother.
You know what my assignment is now, Ron? They're taking me off Celebrity Corner until Harold Connor is convicted and the air is cleared.
I don't understand.
I have to go up there to this Barrows Point, all the way up to Maine, and cover the trial of that one-horse crook in that one-horse town myself. It's like adding insult to injury. Me, Don Purvis, like some stringer for the network. Boy, some come down.
When are you going up, Don?
Well, the trial's Tuesday. I thought I'd get up there on Monday.
That's when I have to go, too.
You?
Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to contact a local lawyer and sue the Connors for the rent that they didn't pay here. I said to Mr. Sheridan, do we really have to? Nobody was booked into the honeymoon suite that week anyway. No, he said to me. It's a matter of principle, Ronald. So, why don't we go up to Barrow's Point together?
Why not?
Don, are you sure this is where the Connors live?
That's what they told me, Ronald, where I rented the car.
I've been thinking. It isn't really right, our busting in to see them the day before the trial.
Look, if Channel 9 sees fit to bust me out of the catbird seat and put me in the hot seat, I'm going to do the job like any other television investigative reporter.
Well, you know, that day they snapped on handcuffs, you said some pretty harsh things to Harold. You know, calling the Connors con artists.
Not harsh, forthright.
Well, anyway, Harold said somebody else must have taken his checkbook. That he never passed a bum check in his life. And they seem such nice people.
You'll pardon me, Ron, if I'm somewhat skeptical. Come on, we're wasting time.
I can't.
Why not?
I haven't the face. I'm up here in Barrow's Point to get a lawyer to sue them for the hotel room. I can't just drop in on them as if we were old friends.
All right, then stay in the car.
All right, if you put it that way.
It's Don Purvis. Sweetie Pie, it's Don, that celebrity corner television man from Big City. Oh, and the room clerk from the hotel. I didn't see you stand in behind Don. Come on in, folks. Come right in. Little wife and I, we're really glad to see you. Now, sit right there. That's our best sofa. Comfortable, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's very. Well, actually, we're sorry to barge in on you like this.
Well, actually, it's my fault. Ron came along with me, and, well...
What is it, Don?
Well, to tell you the truth, in spite of the millions of words that I've blabbed into a microphone, now that I sit here with you in your little house, I just don't know exactly where to begin.
Shall we tell them, Harold?
Let me, sweet. Mr. Purvis, I suppose you were quite within your rights to say to us things you did. Maybe I would have, too, if I didn't know me very well.
No, you really can't blame Don. Everything seemed to point to us.
Well, speaking personally, I was always sure there was some explanation. I never really doubted your integrity.
Is there some explanation, Harold?
Well, I can only guess at the explanation, or what the lawyer calls the motivation.
Well, what's the truth? Can you tell me that?
And the truth is just what I said it was when we were hustled out of Big City. I'm innocent.
Harold, you know what writing a bum check is, don't you?
Of course we do. Everybody does. It's writing a check against funds you don't have.
Now, honey, let me. What is true, Don, is I didn't have but a couple of dollars left in my account. I drew almost everything out for our honeymoon.
And you didn't write checks against no funds?
Nope. Not me.
Well, who did?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you.
Well, someone else took checks of yours and then...
Not checks, Don. Just one.
You mean forged your signature and got the money?
Not exactly like that, but pretty much.
Well, you have proof of this?
Our lawyer does.
And he says you're in the clear?
Absolutely.
This proof is good enough to stand up in court tomorrow?
There isn't going to be any trial tomorrow.
Oh, do you hear that, Don? Oh, I am so glad to hear that. You have no idea.
No trial? Well, is that all you can say?
Yep.
You mean that's all you will say?
Yep.
All right, then. We'll just have to find out for ourselves.
Yep. Guess you'll have to.
Would anyone like a cup of coffee?
Well, now, I don't think I'd mind. I'd like one.
No, thanks. We're leaving. Thank you both, and all I can say is this is all very mysterious and peculiar.
Don Purvis, I don't understand you at all. Why were you so short with the Connors? Why get so hot under the collar and duck out all of a sudden? They're in the clear. They're innocent.
Yes, so they say.
You don't believe them?
Well, I need corroboration.
But you act like you wish they were guilty.
Look, if they're innocent, and the whole thing is some mistake by the chief of police of this dear place, then we've had egg pushed into our faces 2 times in a row. Besides that, if I don't come up with one heck of a story, it may be my last story. And I kid you not, Ron. Remember, I was the one who put the Connors on page 1 in the first place.
Yes, but what would be the point in their saying what they said?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be rushing back to the courthouse before it closes for the day.
Oh, is that where we're going?
That's where we were going. Oh, sounds like we've had a blowout. Let me get over to the curb. All right, I'm going to go take a look. Rotten luck. Front left tire's flat as a pancake. Look, I'll stay with this lame buggy since I took it out in the company name. Ron, you get yourself over to Car Hire where I picked this up and tell them to come get me, huh?
Well, why don't you just jack it up and change the tire?
Because there is no spare. This was the only car I could rent, so I took it. Now beat it. And look, don't come back here, Ron. The courthouse closes at 3. Go see the judge and see what you can find out. And if there is no trial tomorrow, find out the reason why.
Well, why would he tell me?
Because you'll ask him to. Now beat it.
Did you say $1.15?
That's what I said. $1.15, please.
Operator, I only have quarters on me.
I'm sorry. I'm unable to give you any change.
But if I put 5 quarters in, the telephone company will owe me a dime.
What can I do about it?
Well, how about your turning me the dime I put in to get you in the first place, and then I'll owe you $1.25.
The charge is $1.15, not $1.25. We could mail you the difference.
But think of the postage you'll save if you do it my way.
Do you wish to complete this long-distance call, or don't you, sir?
Oh, don't you understand what I'm saying?
Yes or no, sir?
Oh, forget it.
If you wish to cancel the call, you'll have to hang up, sir.
No, I don't mean that. Here's your money.
Do you wish me to connect you with the refund operator, sir?
Oh, no, I don't. Just leave me alone. Hello, Mr. Sheridan. Ronald Davis here, calling from Barrows Point, Maine. I am sorry to call you on your private line, sir, but this is an emergency. No, I didn't get that local lawyer to sue the Connors because they are innocent. Yes, I just had a heart-to-heart with the judge. And it seems somebody passed one of Connor's checks with a scribbled signature on it, and it went through because of the magnetic numbers on the bottom of the check. No, there wasn't enough money in the account to cover because they'd drawn it all out for their honeymoon. Well, maybe it was a practical joke, and maybe not. Nobody here seems to know. Well, then the chief of police jumped the gun and swore out an arrest warrant. Well, anyway, the bank is not prosecuting. It was their mistake. Now, I'm coming to our mistake, Mr. Sheridan, and I think we'll be making a big one, if you don't get into the action before this news gets out. I mean, people think we thought they were conning us for the hotel room. Well, what I'm saying right now is we ought to invite them back to the hotel and throw them a big party, or we're going to look mighty silly.
This is Don Purvis speaking to you from the courthouse steps in Barrows Point, Maine. Now, let me begin by admitting to you that my face is plenty red. And there are many of us who should be just as embarrassed when they learn the truth. Today, Tuesday the 3rd, should have been the trial of Harold Connor on charges of passing a bad check. Now, all along, Mr. Connor has protested his innocence. And I'm sure all those down in Big City who opened their hearts and their pocketbooks to the Connors will be glad to hear they are completely exonerated. Harold and his sweet, trusting wife, Marge, are here with me and have consented to answer a few questions. Now, Marge, I'm going to start with you first, if I may. Tell me, how does it feel to have your husband vindicated?
Fine. It feels just fine.
Now, Harold, let me ask you. Has the person or persons who presented a check of yours been caught?
No.
Where is he?
Nobody knows.
But the teller at the bank knows that it wasn't you.
Yep.
Do they know who it was?
Yep. The bank teller remembered.
Well, then why hasn't that person been arrested?
Because there's no one in Barrows Point who can make an arrest.
Well, where's your brother, Augustus?
He's the one who left town.
I see. Well, why would he do that? I mean, why would anyone want to get you into trouble?
Oh, because maybe they were jealous. You know, reading about us in the newspapers, being on TV, getting all those free presents and the free good times.
Well, I'm not going to embarrass you two by asking you to identify who was suspected because I think it's pretty much common knowledge around these parts. And it's possible this beautiful Maine town will be getting themselves another chief of police.
Oh, they are tailed already. But he turned it down.
Yep. Lumber is my line. Mr. and Mrs. Connor, on behalf of all those watching this interview, may I ask you to please come back to Big City so that we can show you how much we really love you and admire you.
Well, I must say
Mr. Purvis, it's been a real pleasure meeting up with all those fine folk in your hometown, but I think one visit was enough. Right, Poopsie?
Right, Poopsie.
To end where we began, let me quote for you the last verse of our ancient nursery rhyme. Punch and Judy settled down. For that, hip hip hooray. They had their fill of highwaymen and never strayed away. Now that may be all right for an old-fashioned nursery rhyme, but for today, is it a good idea never to leave home because you might run into some bad luck? Perhaps I can come up with an answer when I get back to you, which I intend to do shortly. There is an old saw that tells us the grass is always greener elsewhere and to beware. True, the lights of any big city are fascinating to most folks. But we're not saying don't visit new places. We're saying that real warm and friendly folk are everywhere. So, no matter what happens, or could, isn't it worth it to see what's going on the other side of the mountain? For who knows what treasure you might find there? What new experience just waiting to be discovered? Our cast included Russell Horton, Marion Haley, Earl Hammond, and Mandel Kramer. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale. Those people will kill me, Rudy.
Well, they shall do no such thing.
How can you say that?
Because I shall go to the district attorney.
They'll kill you, too.
Well, I shan't permit any hoodlum to push my brother around.
But the money means nothing to you.
In the immortal words of Charles Goodloe Harper, millions for defense, but not 1 cent for tribute.
And then I saw it. My brother had just suggested how I could pay off the boss and have a fortune for myself besides. Of course, someone would have to die. But as long as that someone wouldn't be me, what difference would it make in the cosmic scheme of things? Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
of the everyday routine? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Tonight, we escape to a sunken city, which lies with its fabulous treasure chests at the bottom of the sea, and to the lust for gold of a crew of men who were willing to die or to kill. As Gildow tells it in his exciting tale, Port Royal, a story suggested by Lieutenant Harry Reesberg's book, I Dive for Treasure.
Can't you get anything else on that radio?
I happen to like that particular number.
Well, like it somewheres else.
I just might do that.
Oh, no, Crystal, I didn't mean it. I guess I'm just jumpy tonight. Here, come on, have a drink.
Of that stuff? No thanks.
Well, pardon me, Lady Astorbilt. We're just fresh out of Napoleon brandy.
Huh, aren't we just?
Look, you got no beef coming. When I had it, you got it. The works.
And when you didn't have it, you took it from me. Hucked the diamonds, sold the mink.
So you'll get 'em back. Something's got to turn up.
It should be you, dead.
Look, baby, don't do me no favors. The door's not locked, you know.
I know. And I think I'm going to walk through it right now.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
It's a break for you, Danny. Now you can keep the room single rate.
Where you going?
I think Benny can still find me a place in the line over at the Flamingo.
You wouldn't.
Just watch me.
All right, go on. Kick a guy when he's down. Walk all over him. I should have known you was that kind of broad.
You did.
Let her go, the tramp. She's like the rest of the crumb bums. When you're up, you're Danny Quinn, everybody's friend. When the horses don't run your way, you're nobody. Let her go. Hadn't always been like it was that night. And it would be different again. How soon, I wasn't sure when a fist landed on my door. A fist that was made from the hand that had jimmied some of the best windows in New York.
Hey, Danny, it's Carl.
It ain't locked. What's on your mind?
Hi, Danny. Hey, plenty. Where's the broad?
She took a powder.
Permanent?
Looks like.
Oh, well, you're better off.
Maybe.
Hey, look, I picked up something pretty good tonight, I think.
I'm not in the market.
Oh, now, look, Danny, this don't mean a thing to you till I get through talking. Now, listen to me, will you? Now, this could be worth anywhere to a couple of $1,000,000.
Look, Carl, get off it. Whatever it is, get off of it.
All right. Now, you probably never heard of a guy named Fletcher Travis, because you never get past the page with the race results. See what I mean? Me, I'm different. I case this town through the papers. I keep myself up on what's going on in town and who's in town and how I can get to it. Now, look, this Travis made himself a lot of dough breaking into sunken boats. You understand? He's what you call a deep-sea diver.
Yeah.
All right, you was a sailor once. You ought to know.
Let me see that thing.
Yeah, sure. So, I read up what he was up to, and then this afternoon I went to the place where he's giving a talk, see? Now, there's a sunken city down near Jamaica. The island, not the track. And they call it Port Royal. There's warehouses down there with gold by the ton. Travis was all ready with a boat to go down after it, leaving tomorrow.
You believe all that?
Well, sure I do. Anyway, he holds up this chart and says, "This is the pass key to get him in." It's something like that. So I tail him back to the hotel, I make his room number, and go in while he's eating his dinner. Well, he's got a lot of books there, history books. It's all true, Danny. I ain't kidding you. Now, this is a place for them old pirates. So, anyways, an earthquake or something spilled into the water. You understand what I mean? All in one piece, intact. And that stuff is there. Now, we got this chart. That's the key.
What do we do? Frame it?
Look, you was in the Merchant Marine, wasn't you? So you head it up. Now, I got a fur shop staked out that'll get us the first money. Then we buy a boat, get ourselves a diver of our own, and we go after this haul ourselves.
You know, you got something, Carl. Hey, behind you in the dresser, top drawer. See if my Siemens papers are there.
Okay, Danny, okay. Where are they? I don't see them.
Right in the back.
Huh?
There! Oh! You little jerk. There's a difference between being a gambler and a second-story man. I know what to do with that old chart if there was anything to it. But what I would do would be legal. I let Carlo wake up by himself and read the stories about his job in the late finals. They printed enough to make me pretty sure that the dope on this sunken city, Port Royal, was on the level. Millions. So after the police cleared out of his hotel, I went calling on Fletcher Travis.
Who is it?
My name's Danny Quinn, and I got something that belongs to you.
Danny Quinn?
Yeah, that's right. I was with some friends slumming in the Bowery. I read about you in the papers, and when I heard this guy talking about you and a chart he'd just stolen, well, here it is.
Well, come in. Well, I can hardly believe it. Why, this chart here is...
Yeah. I heard from this guy. It sounded pretty important. I caught up with the guy on the way out and roughed him up a little.
Well, I don't know how to thank you. This chart
Wait a minute. Look, it's easy to thank me. I want to cut in on this deal. I want to go with you on the trip.
You go with us?
Well, sure, it's in the cards. I told you, I read about you in the papers. I was interested then. Now this happens like fate. I run into the chance to get this chart back to you. Look, I'm important to you. Very important.
Well, I realize what I owe you, but a salvage
Look,
voyage...
I got the answer
to
to that one, too. I was in the Merchant Marine. I'm a real deep-water sailor. I can't swim. Now, could you have made it without me, Travis?
No. I guess I couldn't.
It was quite a feeling heading out into the big Atlantic swell. The rigging sang. The deck beneath me took an angle to port, and it rose and fell. For a second, my imagination took a turn. I got a picture of Danny Quinn standing on another deck, wearing earrings with a cutlass or two and a brace of pistols in his belt. Danny Quinn sailing out after a pirate treasure.
I thought it would be a good idea if we all got together tonight, gentlemen, since according to Captain Matson's estimate, we'll be over Port Royal early tomorrow morning. You're still holding to that, Captain?
The barometer hasn't lied to me yet, Mr. Travis. Tells me this weather's holding. That means we should drop anchor an hour or maybe two after dawn.
Good. Then it's time to look at the chart that Danny recovered for us. There. The city of Port Royal, submerged. After a geodetic survey made by the British Navy, 1826. Now, look here. See the sudden jump in fathoms along this line, right here?
Yeah, I see. Shallow here and deeper here.
Yeah, that's right. It's a fault line that buckled when the city was destroyed by earthquake. This section sank and this section lifted. Now, see here? A point of reef, rock or coral that shows awash during low water.
Yeah.
Well, I've oriented this chart with the old maps of Port Royal before its destruction. Now, that point of reef is no more than 90 feet from the edge of the warehouse section. That's right out here.
Are you sure of that?
Well, sure as I can be.
What made me pick that night to go to the Bowery?
You couldn't ask for a better landmark.
Well, no, it's more than a landmark, Captain. It's a mooring. We get a bow hawser on the reef point, back off 90 feet, drop the stern hook, and we're anchored right over the front doors of those treasure houses, 30 fathoms down.
When you've gambled for a living as many years as I have, you develop a set of nerves that do pretty much what you tell them. But when I realized what that old chart meant and how close we were to all that loot, my poker face flew right out the porthole. They made jokes about Fort Knox and the Vanderbilts. We slapped backs, had a round or two, and then we hit our bunks. But I'll lay you 10-1 that all of us did our dreaming wide awake. I know I did. Millions of dollars. 30 fathoms under our keel. We were like men in a daze when we set about our work the next morning, but it went the way it should. The point of reef was there at low water. The ship was secured to it, backed off, and anchored. The lifting gear was rigged to the mainmast. The pump and compressor were checked a dozen times. Travis got into his heavy canvas suit. The helmet went over his head. Little afternoon, he begun his first dive. I was on the intercom on deck.
What's my depth now?
Hold on, I'll get it. He wants his depth, Captain.
Here comes 25 fathoms. Now.
You're at 25 fathoms, Travis.
Good. It'll
be safe to go down at this speed. No faster.
This speed is okay, Captain. No faster.
All right.
How is it, Travis?
Good. Conditions are good. There's enough light. A very blue light. No sign of any trouble. My air is adequate. No sign of any large fish as yet.
Travis.
Yes? What is it?
Well, you make me nervous when you aren't talking. Keep saying things, will you? What do you see?
I can't look down and turn my head. I see only what's in front of my faceplate. Well, I'm revolving slowly as I come down. Water's clear. All around me is that very blue light. Uh-oh. Few fish. Nothing large enough to be dangerous yet. The conditions are as good. What's my depth now?
He wants his depth.
It's 28 fathoms now.
28, Travis.
Slow my descent. Slow it.
Slow his descent.
Right.
I can see coral now. There's great formations of it stretching away from me.
Buildings? The warehouses?
Yes. Yes, buildings. Roofs. Windows. There's a street. Yeah. Must be a street in front of me. There's storehouses.
He's hit it. Storehouses.
We've hit it. Do you hear that, mate? Hey, I heard. We've hit it.
I'm on the bottom. I'm on the bottom. All right. It's sand. It's good footing. I'm moving forward. Yeah, I'll need plenty of slack in both my lines.
You need slack.
He's getting it. The winch is rolling.
There's no trouble yet. Moving toward the nearest one. It's encrusted with coral. It's a building. Big one. There's a wide opening. That lets enough light in. There, it's a storehouse. I need the loading platform.
He wants a loading platform.
What?
The loading platform, you jerk! We were too busy on deck for a while to really digest what was happening. Even after the loading platform broke through the surface and we saw the single rotting chest on it, it was too much like a scene in a B movie to believe. Then we pried it open. Lying in rows were small leather bags covered with a slimy coral crust. We took one out. It crumbled, and from it maybe 50 metal coins spilled onto the deck. They were dirty brown, but when they were scratched, bright, clean gold showed through. By the time Travis was aboard and out of his suit, the first shock of success had passed, and we were calm enough to have a drink.
Well, Mr. Travis, sit down and rest. You are the hero of the day. I got you here, but you load on the gold, huh?
Yeah. Here's your drink, Travis. You've earned it.
Thanks. I can use it. Well, what do you think of your first day of salvage operation?
Brother, I've won some pots in my day, but when those coins rolled out, that topped everything.
I think we're off to a good start. How many more chests are down there?
Oh, I don't know yet. I only moved 10 or 15 feet into the building. I saw 3 or 4 more.
Yeah. What do you think they bring back in the States?
Well, if they're all like this one, $35,000, $40,000 apiece.
Yeah, we've hit it all right. How many trips down can you make?
In this weather, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. That gives me about, 12 minutes on the bottom each descent.
35 or 40,000 a dive. Hey, that's going to add up.
Now, don't spend it yet, Danny. It may turn into more than just going down and coming up. Things can happen down there. This is the first time I've worked buildings, and I know that sunken hulls can lie there for a couple of 3 centuries without moving, even in the current. But let a diver put his foot in the wrong plank and something on the other end of the ship gives way. You never know. So let's count what we got today and see if our luck holds tomorrow.
Our luck did hold, not only the next morning and afternoon, but the day after and the 2 days after that. 1 chest per dive, 4 dives per day. An average of $140,000 worth of loot a day came off the bottom. We had $560,000 in the hold. I don't know, when the thought first nibbled at me, I tried to blame it on the idea that I didn't trust Captain Matson, but that wasn't it. Travis had planted it himself when he reminded me that you never knew what to expect 30 fathoms below. The rest of it was based on the fact that Any hunk of dough looks 3 times smaller, but it's split 3 ways.
In just a moment, we will return you to the second act of Escape. But first, this Saturday night, CBS's Gangbusters program brings you the case of the boiled booster. Not rooster, booster. The case of the boiled booster. And since Gangbusters does only authentic police cases, who are we to question the title? Well, somebody did ask a question, and it's a case straight out of the New York City police files. And a house gets lost, among other things. Gangbusters is heard every Saturday on most of these same CBS stations. So be listening for the case of the boiled booster this Saturday. And now we return you to Escape.
Went on like that day after day. Those chests coming up until there was enough treasure aboard that schooner to drive any man half out of his head. We were isolated out there. The island, Jamaica, was just a blur off our bow. The only ships we saw were cruise liners way out on the horizon. The more I thought about it, the stronger my hunch got. The way my luck was running, I could work it out so there wouldn't have to be a 3-way split of those chests. Travis was easy. He just stayed down there. Captain Matson and McGraw, the mate, well, they took a little more thought. But with that fortune at stake, what else was there to think about?
Danny. Hey, Danny, you deaf? Hey, Danny.
Oh, yeah, Skipper, what'll it be?
You and your dreaming, Danny. Sometimes it's not so good to spend so much time in the future. Come on, give us a hand. Another chest is coming up.
Another chest? You know this thing could go too far. Well, another day, another $140,000.
Gentlemen, I think tomorrow's the last one.
Yes, I was going to ask how long. My food stores are running short.
Well, I've had to move as far into that building as I want to move. That roof I've been working under is heavy with coral growth, and it's not held by nails anymore. They're gone. It's held by balance, and I don't want to upset it.
I don't blame you, Travis. Tell me, what do you say we got in the hold now?
Well over 900,000. There haven't been many salvage operations that have topped that.
Over 300,000 apiece, huh? Yeah, those are good wages. Why bother with another dive?
Hey, Skipper, don't get so rich that you turn up your nose at a few $100,000. Travis wants to give it another try, more power to him.
That's up to him.
Well, to be honest with you, I've had enough of it. I'm going to be dreaming about those sagging walls and that blue light for weeks to come, and I hate to push my luck too far. Well, I'll make one more descent in the morning, and then I think we should start back.
I think so, too.
Danny?
Well, you're the boss, Travis. That's good enough for me. That was after evening chow. I stretched out in my cabin, but I didn't sleep. I lay awake planning. I was still awake when the mate came off watch.
Hey, Johnny, wake up. Come on, it's midnight.
Oh, thanks, McGraw. You can turn in.
Yeah. Here, keys are on the table.
There were 3 keys on that ring we anchor watches carried every night. One to the gear locker in case we needed tools. One to the lamp locker in case we needed a light. A third had been added when the treasure started to pile up. It opened the gun locker. Outside on the deck, I leaned my elbows on the rail, watched the phosphorescence rippling back from the side of the boat, and lined up the next detail. The gun locker had been equipped to take care of any possible attack, so it was an arsenal. What I needed was a Thompson submachine gun. But I wasn't about to overplay my hand by taking it out of the locker. Somebody would have noticed that. I just slipped in and unlocked the case so I could get it when the time came. I didn't think anybody'd notice that, and I was right.
What's my depth now, Danny?
Hold on. He wants his depth, Skipper.
Here's 19 fathoms. Now.
19, Travis.
Hey, look, my air is inadequate for the speed of my descent. Tell him to slow me down or increase my air pressure.
Check. He says slow him down or give him some more air pressure, Skipper.
We'll slow him down.
You're slowing down, Travis.
Thanks, Danny. I guess everybody topside is in as big a hurry as I am to get away from this place.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, as long as I've been diving, I've never been able to control my imagination. After so many descents, I always start telling myself, Travis, that should be the last one. You've had no trouble. From now on, the law of averages working against you.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, the more easy descents I make, the less I want to make the next one. Yeah, my air is adequate now. I'm getting plenty.
I had a crazy flash thought that Travis knew what I was up to and had something up his sleeve. But I got rid of it. He couldn't have known. If he had, he wouldn't have gone down. Hardly heard him talking. With him submerged, it was time for me to get into action. It was 5 steps to the door that would take me to the gun locker. With the Thompson, I'd force Matson, the rest of the fellas into their cabins. Then the chest would go into the lifeboat. And the stern anchor line we'd cut, the ship pulled into that reef point it was moored to, and the coral would rip the bottom out of it. The only thing left would be the lifeboat full of loot, with me in it. I didn't see how any court any place could prove it wasn't an accident. I took the intercom set off my head. Matson and the mate had their heads together near the winch.
Danny, where you going?
In to get a drink of water.
Don't do it, Danny. Stay where you are.
Hey, what the devil's the matter with you? What's a gun for? I haven't done anything.
The gun is so you won't do anything. McGraw! I said, cut the winch. Time to move. Get below and open the valves. I'll take care of Danny.
Oh, no, you won't.
Danny! Come out on deck, Danny. Make it easy. You play along, maybe you'll get out of this. You coming out, Danny?
What's the game?
The partnership was too big, Danny. I told you you'd dream too much.
What? You and McGraw?
Make it easy, Danny. Come on out or you go down with the ship anyway. Come on, maybe we deal you in.
All right, Skipper. I'll play along with you.
That's right, Danny. Use your head.
Sure. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing! Using my head! Using my head! Using my head!
I want to talk to you.
Where are you, McGraw?
I'm behind cover. Now listen to me. I want you to know that this was none of my idea. The captain made the plan and forced me into it. Now he's gone, I'll side in with you and Travis.
Sure.
Fortune like this has driven guys crazy before, but let you and me hang on to our senses. All the valves are open below decks. The ship's going down. Let's get the treasure into the lifeboat while we got time.
All right, McGraw. Let me hear you toss your gun on the deck, and I'll know you're leveling with me.
Sure, Danny. There it is.
I'm in the main passageway. Come on.
I swear I'm telling you the truth, Danny. He forced me into this. But you and Travis... Danny! Now, don't! I got plans of my own for this stuff, McGraw, and you aren't in them. Nobody is. Danny! You're going to...
Maybe he was right. Maybe that treasure was driving me crazy. It was like I was rushing downhill and couldn't stop, just like I didn't seem to be able to stop the Thompson after I started screaming. After McGraw was gone, I went over to the main hold and tore the canvas off the hatch. I could hear the water rushing through the valves he'd opened and it was telling me I'd have to hurry if I wanted to get those chests. I went over to the lifeboat hanging in its davits. No. That's when my luck, my plans, my dreams, everything was blasted. The lifeboat, it was ripped and useless. I'd gone crazy with that submachine gun. It was peppered with bullet holes. One blasted, cut out one of the lines. It had crashed to the deck and smashed the bow. It wouldn't have stayed afloat empty. $900,000 aboard, and there was no way to save it. The schooner had already started a list. I had to think of saving myself. Travis, are you all right?
I'm all right.
There's been trouble up here.
Yes, I know.
Matson and McGraw tried to pirate the treasure. I managed to stop them. But they've scuttled the ship.
It's taking water?
Yeah, how fast can you come up? You've been down there a little over 20 minutes.
Raise me at regular speed, then. Never mind tending my lines. Get the winch moving, and then get below. See what can be done about stopping the water.
Okay, Travis. I'll be glad to get you up here. We're in a mess, believe me. I did what he told me. I went below. But it didn't take long to see there was nothing to do down there the way the water was pouring in. I spent my time working out a story for Travis that would save my hide and give me another chance at that treasure. It took 30 minutes to get him aboard and out of his suit. By that time, the schooner was starting to settle by the stern.
There's no time to talk about it now, Danny. I can see you had plenty of trouble.
Well, there wasn't much I could do but kill him.
Naturally, Danny.
All those chests going back to the bottom. How can you tell about guys like Matson and McGraw?
I don't know, Danny. Treasure hunting does strange things to people.
Well, we're coming back after it, aren't we? I can raise some more dough. We aren't giving up, are we?
I'm coming back, Danny. But you aren't.
What's that supposed to mean?
You left the intercom system open. I heard what you told McGraw before you killed him about your plans.
That's too bad, Travis.
Oh, no. Don't try it, Danny. Guns won't help you now. The lifeboat's gone. You're the sailor who can't swim, remember? You'd never make it by yourself, but I can get you ashore. And once I do, I've got to turn you in. So, you've got a choice. Come with me, or stay with the ship. Your choice, Danny. Don't be too slow in deciding.
I went with him. Hanging onto what was left of the lifeboat, we watched the rest of it from 50 yards away. Looked like the schooner just got tired of fighting the water. She lifted her bow like for a last look around and rolled over and went out of sight. $900,000. But that wasn't the only fortune that was sinking. Danny Quinn's was on the way down, too. I was fresh out of luck.
Escape is produced and directed by William N. Robeson. Tonight we have presented Port Royal by Gil Dowd, suggested by Lieutenant Harry Reesberg's book, I Dive for Treasure. Featured in the cast were Charles McGraw as Danny Quinn, John Daner as Fletcher Travis, and Bill Conrad as Captain Matson. Also heard were Dee Tatum, Paul Frees, and Ted DeCorsia. Special music was arranged and conducted by Del Castillo. Next week...
You are imprisoned in a lonely lighthouse off the steaming jungle coastline of French Guiana. Your comrades, a maniac and a coward. Your captors, an army of gigantic, hunger-maddened rats.
Next week, in response to many hundreds of requests, we will again present one of the most unforgettable and terrifying of all escape stories, Pre-Skeleton Key. Goodbye, then, until this same time next week, when once again we offer you Escape. Through field workers stationed with our troops in this country and across the world, the American Red Cross helps the lonely soldier, the Marine anxious about his sick wife at home, the sailor with a dying mother 3,000 miles away. Last year, more than 750,000 men in service were helped in family, welfare, and recreational problems by American Red Cross workers. Give to the Red Cross workers. Give to the Red Cross generously this month. This is CBS, where you meet Gene Autry every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. As the poet says, a promise made is a debt to be paid. Therefore, with each promise we make, we mortgage the future. But unlike the future of the universe, which is infinite, the future of man is quite definite and limited. Therefore, we would do well not to pledge more than we own. After all, we cannot expect to live forever. Or can we?
You say you were awakened by this burglar?
Yes, Lieutenant, and I can identify him.
Well, how? It was dark.
Yes.
You couldn't see his face. He was wearing a mask.
Yes.
You couldn't really get a very good look at him.
That's right.
Well, so how can you possibly identify him?
There's something about him. I'd know him in a minute.
Our mystery drama, A Table for Two, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Larry Haynes. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The French call it je ne sais quoi, and I myself don't know quite what it means, which is literally true, because that's exactly what it means. Have you got that? Anyhow, it's an indefinable something that enables a French restaurant to drape a few mushrooms around a hamburger and call it bœuf mince avec champignons au beurre, charge you $17 for it, and make you like it. Especially at the Café Tremblay, where the glacially cool Henri is the maître d'. You know the type. Tall, suave, sophisticated. He can wither you with a frown or raise you to the heights with just a hint of a thin, wintry smile.
Step this way, madame. Monsieur, your table is waiting. Oh, I am sorry, but without the reservation. This is the only available table, and if it is not satisfactory...
Yes, Henri, the despot, the tyrant of the Café Tremblay. Why is it so important to merit his good opinion? Oh, well, let us go home with a redoubtable, incomparable Henri. What have we here?
Oh, you're home. Oh, I'm just falling asleep. Let me start the TV.
Helen, how could you sleep through all that noise?
Oh, it gets to be boring after a while. I have nothing to do but watch TV all night.
Okay.
No, Hank, it's not okay. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, it's 3:30.
Restaurant's been closed for almost 4 hours.
Okay, Helen.
No, that's not okay either.
I'm sorry, dear. It's just that...
I know.
No, you don't know. It's just that I have to unwind. Just go out with some of the guys.
Well, I understand.
All we do is sit around, have a few drinks, chew the fat. You have to believe that.
I believe it.
Well, come on, Helen.
Hank, I want you to quit that job. It's bad for you.
Bad for me? Do you know how much money I'm starting to make?
Well, it's a phony, this Monsieur Henri.
Well, you have to know how to run the front of a restaurant. There's nothing phony about it.
But it's not you. You're not Henri de la Tour. You're Henry Smith.
Oh, come on.
You're playing a game. You're indulging a fantasy.
Okay. Maybe I should have gone back to college and gotten my engineering degree. Maybe. But the fact is, I don't know how to do anything.
No, that's nonsense.
I don't have a trade, a profession, so I do what I can. I'm lucky I can get a job doing this.
No, you're not. You have to stop playing.
Helen, I'm not playing.
You're the kind of guy who needs to be doing something he believes in. You need an anchor, so that the next time you get some harebrained proposition, you think twice. But because you have something to lose.
Look, dear, it's late and I'm tired.
And you don't want to talk about it?
We'll talk about it as soon as we're a little bit more set financially. We'll really talk about it. I promise. Now, let me see if I have all this right. Your name is Patterson?
Patterson with 2 T's.
Margaret Patterson.
Mrs. Neville K. Patterson. My husband is in London.
And just a half hour ago?
On business.
You were awakened by the sound of a man.
No, I wasn't awakened by the sound. He didn't make any sound at all. I wasn't really asleep. And I became aware of someone in the room.
Can you describe him?
It was dark. He was wearing a mask. I was so frightened.
Tall, short?
I think he was slender.
Dressed?
Slacks, jacket? I don't know.
Yeah, well, tell me exactly what happened.
I became aware of him. I sat up in bed and I screamed. It wasn't really a scream, more of a gasp. He turned around. He had a gun in his hand.
You sure it was a gun?
Oh, yes. The moonlight coming in through the window, it shone on the barrel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then?
He pointed the gun at me. I thought I would die. He put a finger against his lips. He was warning me to keep still. And I did.
Yes?
Then he opened my jewel case. It was on my dresser, and he took out my necklace, a brooch, and my diamond ring, and he placed them in his pocket. The next thing I know, he was out the window.
What do you mean, out the window? You're 18 stories up from the ground.
He just went out the window.
What did you do?
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything for I don't know how long. Then I started to scream, and I kept screaming till my maid came into the room, and she called you.
He went out the window? That's a sheer drop to the ground.
I saw him just go out the window.
Now, these gems, do you generally keep them here in your apartment in a jewel box on your dresser?
No, I usually have them in the vault. Except tonight, I was at a formal dinner, and I thought I would...
Do you mind if I use the telephone?
No, I don't mind.
Thank you.
Is it possible he could have seen me and followed me home? I understand jewel thieves. Scout, is that the word? Places where wealthy people go.
Excuse me. This is Lieutenant Severio. I'm at the Patterson place. Yeah. Oh, he got away with a few nice things. The M.O. fits our old friend, the cat burglar. Yeah, the one who can climb up and down the walls.
The cat burglar?
Yeah, Jerry. I think he can chalk up another one.
Good morning.
Oh, Helen, you don't have to wait up for me every night.
You have nothing else to do?
Look, I'll make it my business to come home earlier from now on, okay?
There's a letter for you.
Oh, from who?
State University.
Well, why would they write me?
Because I asked them to.
You asked them to?
I said you'd left school about 10 years ago, and you needed something like 32 credits for an engineering degree.
Now, Helen, if you have any ideas about my return
all you have to do is go see the dean. They'll work out a program for you.
Now, you have no right to interfere.
I have every right.
This is a decision I have to make. It's my life.
If I'm going to stay married to you, it's my life, too.
Now, wait a minute. What is this about staying married?
I'm 32 years old. I can still have a good life.
Helen.
So far, it hasn't been a great one.
I'll make it up to you.
Oh, you get bored so quickly, and then you become restless.
Helen, that's all in the past.
You have to have a serious purpose to your life. Something that challenges you.
I've been out of school too long.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Engineering is a full-time course. How will we pay the rent?
I'll get a job.
Oh, no. It isn't right for you to support me.
Well, who says so? Hank, you know, all you ever wanted to be was an engineer. Well, that's true, isn't it?
Well...
Now, you see, you really don't have any arguments. What is there you can say that makes sense? Oh, come on, honey. Let's turn things around. Now, while there's still time.
I'll think about it. Lieutenant Severio. Oh, yeah, Inspector. No, you don't have a thing. Nothing. That's right. The guy, whoever he is, just gets in and out of all these places. That's right. Like a cat. Yes, sir. Just as soon as we get that first lead. Yeah.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
They said I'd find you in this office.
Oh, yes. It's Mrs.
Patterson.
With two T's, yes. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. I won't take up too much of your time.
Well, I'm sorry I don't have any news for you.
I didn't come here for that.
No?
I'm frightened. I'm afraid he'll come back.
Why would he do that?
To kill me.
If he wanted to kill you, Mrs. Patterson, he's had his chance.
That's it. When he knew I was awake, he pointed the gun at me.
Oh, that was just to intimidate you. He's a jewel thief. As a rule, they don't kill.
As a rule.
Anyhow, he decided not to.
At that time. Suppose it occurs to him that I might identify him.
But you said you couldn't. He was wearing a mask.
But who knows what goes through the mind of a man like that? Tomorrow, next week, any time, he could decide something else. Lieutenant, I'm frightened.
Well, I'll talk to the local precinct commander. We'll do the very best we can. Boy, will you turn that thing down?
What's the matter?
I can't even hear him so thick.
What do you want me to do? You never take me to no places. Sit around here all day, all night.
Just relax, will you?
That's all I ever do.
I work hard. I need my rest. What's the beef? I'll give you plenty of dough. You go shopping, go to the movies, museums.
What would I do in a museum?
Okay, Gloria, anytime you think you can do better...
No, Herbie, listen, honey. What I'm asking, just take me out sometimes. It's all your fancy place.
Yeah. Where are you talking?
Where I can wear my new dress and that makes bells. Here, the society page. Look at these dames. Everyone's a millionaire. Is anyone better looking than me? Can any of them wear clothes like me? Having dinner at the Cafe Tremblay. Mr. and Mrs. H.P. Powell III. Here, look. All these dames, not one of them can hold
Yeah.
You're not even looking. Pictured here with Al Reed, a popular maitre d' with Mrs. Forrestal Timberlake. Look at her. Look. You won't believe it.
Kate, look.
You've never seen a hog like this in your entire life. Well? Hey, what are you staring at? Herbie?
What do you know about that?
What do I know about what?
How'd you like to put on that great gown of yours and make it? Do it all up right.
What for?
Mr. Herbie Lister shall escort Miss Gloria Hoover to dine this evening at the Cafe Tremblay.
Tremblay? Where did he come up?
We got the price.
Do you realize you gotta be somebody special to get in there?
Oh, I'm somebody special.
You gotta make a reservation. You just don't walk into a place like the Cafe Tremblay. Well, it's like you need a magic word to get in there.
Yeah, that's right. And I know the magic word. Good evening, monsieur. Has a reservation? No, monsieur does not have a reservation.
Well, in that case, I'm so sorry, but we shall be unable to accommodate monsieur this evening.
We'll take that empty table over there. Is that okay with you, Gloria, honey?
Once again, I must explain to monsieur that without a reservation...
Monsieur Henry, I got something that's even better than a reservation.
Indeed.
Yeah, a number.
Number?
That is, I used to have it. My number used to be 607889. Yeah, 607889. You should remember that number. It was one less than yours. Your number was 607890. So, how about that table for two, huh?
This way, monsieur. What manner of magic numbers are these that they can bring an aloof and autocratic head waiter to heel? Obviously, these gentlemen know each other, but what can they possibly have in common? Well, what all of us will have in common is the second act that is about to arrive here shortly. There's always one word that can move mountains, tame tornadoes, reverse the course of the mightiest river.
And what is that word? Well, it depends. It's whatever a particular situation requires. If you know the right word at the right time, you can have the world eating out of your hand. As a case in point, Herbie Lister knew the right word. So here he is, dining at the posh, ultra-exclusive Café Tremblay, and he didn't even have a reservation.
Happy? How'd you do it? It's the good old confidence, baby, the good old confidence.
What did you say that stuck up your nose?
Honey, now that we're here, what would you like to eat?
I can't read the menu. Everything's in front.
Oh, I had my boy take care of everything.
My boy?
Yeah, what's this? Garçon.
Everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, you're in the big leagues, baby. Oui, monsieur. Hey, what's good to eat in this joint?
Paul, Etienne, Pierre, attendez. Shall you place yourself in my hands, monsieur?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that kind of puts things in balance, don't it?
Le jambon au cantaloupe, le veau, le salade, le petit glacé, le vin, le Rochambeau blanc.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I know you will enjoy your dinner.
And what comes after dinner? We'll enjoy that even more. See you later, Henry.
I get it.
Yeah?
You know this guy.
What makes you think so?
You got something on him, too.
Well, why do you say that?
You're making him jump through a hoop. So why is he hiding still for it?
Some little girls ask too many questions. Yeah, midnight. You're right on time, Hank. What do you have to drink?
What do you want, Herbie?
What do you want? Just like that. No hello, no house trick. Is that the way to talk to an old buddy?
We were never buddies.
We were roommates for 3 years, Hank.
You mean cellmates?
Well, you're doing good now. Yes, I can see.
All right, Herbie, what do you want?
That dame used to come up to see you every Sunday. What was her name, Helen?
We're married now.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you want, Herbie?
What are you knocking down in that grease joint?
Now, look, I don't have all night.
Okay. Average guy slips your friend? Now, you got him trained, so he's the sawback. But what's it add up to in the end of the year, huh? 20, 25? Okay, 30 grand.
Now, listen, Herbie, I don't...
40 grand. But you gotta pay taxes, Hank. Uncle knows you get big taxes.
All right, get to the point, if there is a point.
You sure don't know how to talk to an old pal.
Now, who are you kidding? We never even liked each other.
Well, that's why we got along so good, Hank. I'm gonna give you a chance of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. How'd you like to go into business? With me?
No, I don't think so.
You don't even know what it is.
It has to be crooked.
Naturally. I need a partner.
The answer is no.
You know what I'm doing now?
No, and I don't care.
Here, take a look at my latest press clipping. How do you like that, huh?
Cat burglar. You're the cat burglar? Why are you telling me? I could tip off the cop.
Sure, but then I could let it be known that you used to have a number. 607-890. And then how many frogs' legs would you serve in that phony joint?
Okay, Herbie, what do you want?
I almost blew my last job. A rich old dame named Patterson. I got inside, and there she is lying in bed. Now, that ain't supposed to happen to me. I never want nobody to be home while I'm working. Sure, I'm wearing a mask, but just the same, you never can tell.
I couldn't care less about all this.
Shut up. If I keep getting spotted, the cops will put together a little from this one, a little from that one. I need insurance. I want to buy some. From you.
Me? I don't sell insurance.
Well, now, look at it this way. The cream of the cream, the top of the crust, they go into your joint, right? Now, they can't be in two places at one time, can they?
I don't know what you mean.
All you gotta do is leave me know who's in the restaurant. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I take it from there.
The answer's no.
We start tomorrow night.
The answer is no, not just because I don't want any part of it, but also because I'm quitting the job.
Yeah? Why?
I'm going back to school.
You're a big boy now. Shouldn't you be through with school?
When you come off making me a proposition like that?
You're a crook.
That's a lie.
In your heart.
I never stole a nickel.
What were you doing in jail?
I was going to put the money back. It's just the accountants came a week early.
Tell it to the judge. You did. And he didn't buy it, did he? You know why? Because he could read character, just like I can. You're a crook.
Don't you say that.
You should have seen how your eyes lit up just now when I was making you the proposition. I could hear the wheels whirling in your mind. You were thinking, what a cinch. What a way I'll make a fortune.
Now, get it straight, Herbie. I am not a crook. I made a mistake. The kind of mistake a guy makes who's weak and immature, naive.
Oh, you see, you're breaking my heart.
And full restitution was made, finally.
But none of that was taken into consideration, was it? You'll be paying for that mistake the rest of your life. You're an ex-con till the day you die. Grow up. Wise up. You're on my side of the fence. Whether you like it or not.
No, I won't. I promised my wife I won't.
You're too good to be true. You're turning me down, not because you really want to, because you promised your wife.
Now, look, if I don't quit that job and go to school, she's going to leave me.
You really want to go back to school, huh?
That's right.
Is it what you want to do or what she wants you to?
That's none of your business.
Whose idea was it, huh? Okay, go ahead. Leave your wife call the shots for you for the rest of your life. You're going back to school? You're going to crack the books? When are you ever going to have a good time?
Look, we have nothing more to talk about.
But you got something to think about. Why don't I give you a call at the joint tomorrow night, eh?
Le Café Tremblay, Henri speaking.
So that's it. Well, you thought about it? Yeah, I guess you did. So tell me, who's in the joint that would be of interest to me tonight?
Mrs. Terry Youngblood.
Yeah? How long do you figure she'll be there?
2 hours.
Okay, partner. We're in business.
Lieutenant Severio. Yes, Inspector. I'm working on the report right now. Mrs. Youngblood's apartment. No, we don't have the full list yet, but it's a big haul. Same M.O. We don't have a single lead.
Stick and have another cup of coffee, Helen. Would you like to have another cup of coffee? Okay, all right. Don't swear at me, aren't you? What are you trying to do, break me down with the silent treatment? Two can play at that game, you know. I don't have to talk to you either. I told you I don't want to go back to school. I'm too old. I don't have the patience to sit through those endless hours in the library and in the lab. Now, where's the guarantee I'll even get a job when I get out? Do you understand? I'm doing what I want to do.
The latest news on the hour. It's 8 o'clock of this beautiful spring morning, but it was not a beautiful spring evening last night for Mrs. Althea Warburton. She came home from dining out to find her apartment ransacked. Valuable jewels were taken. The police theorize it's the work of the very daring and extremely busy cat burglar. Who he is and how he does it is anyone's guess.
Why'd you turn it off? Don't you want to hear the news?
I've already heard the news. The cat burglar strikes again.
Oh, yeah. He is kind of busy, huh?
Very interesting.
Why? What's very interesting?
Well, this Mrs. Warburton. It said she was dining out. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I guess so.
I wonder. Had she been dining at the Café Tremblay last night? I'm sure you'd remember.
Yes, matter of fact, she was.
Strange. Last 3 burglaries. All the victims have been dining at the Café Tremblay.
That's so.
It's quite a coincidence, don't you think?
Now that you mention it, yes.
On the other hand, it doesn't have to be a coincidence.
What are you saying, Helen?
What do you think I'm saying? It's a lovely little scheme. All those wealthy folk dine at the Café Tremblay. Suppose somebody who's working there can tip off the cat burglar. Do you follow me?
Well,
The cat burglar now knows that the apartment of an extremely wealthy person will be empty.
Oh.
Makes sense, doesn't it? A peculiar, perverted kind of sense. But it seems to be working. How many people are employed at the cafe at night?
About 25.
Well, one of them is the cat burglar's accomplice.
Now, Helen.
It's you, isn't it?
Me? Well, how could you even think of things?
Henry, tell me the truth.
That's always a provoking question, because most of the time, most men don't know how to handle it. When a woman demands of a man that he tells her the truth, does she really mean it? Does she really want to hear it? It's like walking through a minefield, and that's what we'll have to do. Figuratively speaking, of course, when I return with Act 3. I speak truth not so much as I would, said the French philosopher, but as much as I dare. From which we must conclude that speaking the truth can be a hazardous business. How often is a man and a woman, too, placed in a position where the truth may be dangerous? A lie can be fatal, and silence is impossible.
The truth, Henry. Tell me the truth.
How could you accuse me?
I remember that nasty little cellmate you had.
I never want to talk about him.
What was his name? Oh, yes. Herbie Lister.
Helen, what is all this?
He was in there for burglary, wasn't he?
Herbie Lister and I couldn't stand each other. We hated each
You
other.
refused to answer my question.
I did answer it.
How? By evasion? I said, are you the cat burglar's accomplice?
How can you ask me such a question?
All right. I'll answer it for myself. Herbie Lister was a very clever burglar.
Oh, no, he wasn't so clever. He was caught.
Well, everyone gets caught now and then or eventually. But he's out of jail. And like you, he's moved to another part of the country.
You don't even know this for a fact.
One of his victims, Mrs. Patterson, described the cat burglar as small, thin, slight. Wasn't that Herbie?
Helen, there are millions of men in this country who are small, thin, slight. It could even be a woman.
Herbie somehow encounters you again. And an old prison relationship is renewed.
I told you we were never friends.
I didn't say you were.
I keep telling you we hated each other.
Well, that's a relationship.
Helen,
How much money are you getting for your end of this?
You know you're being ridiculous.
How much?
I don't have to listen to any more of this quiz.
How much?
We split. 60-40.
You must have piled up quite an amount.
None of it has been fenced yet.
None of it has been fenced yet. Listen to this conversation. This casual discussion of burglars and receivers of stolen goods.
Helen, you have to understand.
No, I don't. I'm leaving you, Henry.
Oh, no, Helen.
I'll go stay with my mother for a while.
Please, listen to me.
Then I'll get a job. I'll get a divorce.
You can't leave me.
I see it now. You always counted on me. You always felt you could do as you pleased because no matter how I felt about it, I wouldn't walk out on you.
I'm weak, Helen. I'm no good.
Oh, that line doesn't go anymore. My answer's supposed to be, no, darling, you can be strong. There's good in you.
You love me, Helen. You can't deny that.
Well, that's true. But I have to learn to go on without you.
Now, what did I do in the first place? I used some company money. I could have paid it back, but they didn't let me. They wanted to make an example out of me. So now I'm a marked man for the rest of my life.
Excuse me. I want to get my suitcase.
Society did more than punish me. They used me as an object lesson. Well, society owes me something for that.
Well, I won't want anything from you, Henry. You can keep the apartment and everything else.
Helen, look, if I hadn't played ball with Herbie, he'd have tipped them off about my record. Old man Tremblay would have thrown me out of my ear. Now, you've got to listen to me.
I've listened to you for 12 years. And now when I add it up, I see it just doesn't make any sense.
Now, Helen, please, we can't break up. Just tell me what I can do.
That's what's been wrong. I'm the one who tells you. Well, you tell me. You tell me what you can do.
Well, I'll quit.
Yes?
I'll quit the job. I'll go to school.
And what else?
What else do I have to do?
You know what you have to do, Henry.
Oh, no.
I can't. I can't do that. I'm not a stool pigeon. I'm not a rat.
Putting a criminal back behind bars makes you a rat, does it?
Helen, you don't understand. There's a certain code.
A code is for decent, law-abiding citizens. What does it have to do with criminals?
All right, look, I'll fight my way back. I mean it. It can be long and hard. But let me do one thing at a time.
What?
First, I won't touch a penny of that money. And second, I'll quit the cafe. And third, I'll go back to school.
And fourth, it's just as important, Henry.
Darling, I spent 3 years in jail. There were things that became a part of me, ideas, attitudes. Please, Helen, give me a chance. I'll work up to it. I just can't do everything at once. Help me, darling. This time I'm going to make it. I know I will. So that's it, Herbie. My mind is made up. I'm quitting.
I think we need another drink around here. Bartender, same way.
No, none for me. I'm leaving.
You think you're going to quit, huh?
I don't think. I know I'm going to quit.
Yeah? Well, now, how can I explain this to you?
Explain what?
Explain that nobody quits the organization.
What organization?
What do you mean, what organization? How many do you think there are? The organization.
I'm not a member of any organization.
Oh, that's what you think. How do you suppose I operate in this town? You think I just come into a place and start to steal without so much as a by your leave? This territory belongs to somebody. You have to ask for permission and pay for it.
None of this is any concern of mine.
Oh, it is. The organization likes the way I operate, and you're a part of that way.
This is a free country, and I have a right to do whatever...
You're talking like a chump. If you quit working at the cafe, I'm telling you right now, the organization isn't going to like it.
Oh, yeah? Well, what are they going to do to me?
Maybe nothing.
So?
But they might do something to somebody else. To somebody who's close to you.
Good evening, Henri.
Madame Patterson, your table awaits.
Henri, I would like to ask you something. The last time I was in here, it must have been 3 weeks ago.
Yes, and I am desolated that you have neglected us for such a long time. It is too cruel of you, madame.
I remember it was a week after that robbery.
Yes, so unfortunate.
I noticed a man came in that night. He had a young lady with him. Well, I wouldn't exactly call her a lady, pretty, but in a rather common way. Do you know who he is?
I am afraid not, madame.
I do. I think he's the cat burglar.
You are positive?
I saw him, you know. He was wearing a mask, but this one had that same thin, nervous appearance.
Madame, that might describe a million men.
That night, he looked at me in my bedroom and he said, "Shh." And it was the way he brought his finger to his lips, that quick motion. I know it anywhere.
Oui, madame, but so many people come in here, you know.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
And besides, why would a person of that nature come to a place like this? Madame, monsieur, please enjoy your dinner.
What a handsome, dashing figure.
Come in my office where we can talk.
We have nothing to talk about. I'm on my way to the airport, where I will be. There's a plane to Philadelphia. It leaves at 1 a.m. Do you want to come with me?
Helen, I want to come with you more than anything else in the world.
Then do it. Don't think about it. Don't make plans. Just do it.
Helen, there's something...
Meet me at the airport in time to make the 1 o'clock. Oh, forget about everything.
Helen. Good evening. Does Monsieur have a reservation?
No, but I got a badge. Lieutenant Severio.
Oh?
Now, Mrs. Patterson has been in to see me. It's about the cat burglar.
Oui.
4 weeks ago, her place was hit. About 3 weeks ago, she says she was in here. and saw a man who reminded her of a cat burglar. A thin, nervous type with a very brassy blonde. Didn't look like any one of the regulars here.
Ah. Well, monsieur, why, would I remember him?
For that very reason, he'd be so out of place.
A thin, nervous man with a blonde companion. No, Lieutenant, I do not recall this person.
Well, you think very hard. If anything occurs to you, give me a call at headquarters. Here's my card. Well, look who's here. So, kid, what's in your mind?
Let's go, Herbie.
What? Where?
Downtown.
What's downtown?
The police station.
What's doing at the police station?
We're going to give ourselves up.
Well, I hadn't planned on that.
It's all over, Herbie. I thought about it. I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've been a fool all my life.
Oh, I'll buy that.
And it's time I changed.
What's this about the leopard? He can't change his spot.
I don't have spots, Herbie. I have a mind. And it's been all twisted and confused. But I'm all straightened out now. I know what I want out of life, and I'm not afraid to work. I'm not afraid of anything or anybody, and I don't have to play the big shot. I don't have to have a lot of money, so we're going to go downtown, and we're going to end it.
You go to jail, too.
All right. It's another couple of years, but at least I'll have something to look forward to when I get out.
What makes you think I'll go downtown with you?
This?
Oh. You went out and got yourself a little pea shooter, huh?
Yes, and it can do what it has to.
The organization isn't going like this.
Is there really an organization, Herbie, or was that a little propaganda on your part?
Maybe it was a little bit of both. I gotta hand it to you, Hank.
So, let's move.
Sure.
Just open the door. We'll go to my car. You drive. Go ahead. Open the door.
Yeah, okay. You just lay there for a minute, kid. You'll be okay. As soon as you get your breath. You got a lot to learn. Never take your eye off a guy's head. Now, I got the gun. See what happens? I think I'll stash some of the loot over at your house and tip off the cop. Guess who the cat burglar is, huh? You.
Me?
Why not? The last 3 robberies happened when people were eating dinner at the cafe. The cops will find you got a record. It has to be you.
Oh, now, there's a description of the cat burglar. He's slender, nervous.
So couldn't that be you two, huh? The cops will eat this with a spoon. What a spot you had to operate from.
I'll tell them about you. You have a record as a burglar. I can prove you were in town.
You won't be able to. You know why? You're gonna be dead.
You won't get away with it.
Who says I won't get away with it?
I say you won't get away with it.
What?
If you want to shoot it out, there's a cop at the window and a couple of more behind me. So it's entirely up to you, Herbie.
Why? Why should I want to shoot? Here, take it.
Fred, you bring Herbie downtown in your car. I'll escort Henry here.
So long, chump. You were always lucky.
Yeah, lucky. Could have been worse. What's going to happen to me, Lieutenant?
Well, there are a lot of extenuating circumstances. Won't be too bad. Besides, you were going to bring him in. I don't understand. Why didn't you just call up on the phone?
I don't know. I guess they figured it would make me look like a squealer.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're free of all that kind of nonsense now.
Oh, yes, Lieutenant.
Well, Monsieur Henri, we have to get moving.
Tell me, how did you happen to be here, Lieutenant?
When I spoke to you about a possible suspect, you said you didn't know who the guy was. Well, how could you not know who he was? He had to make a reservation to get into the joint, didn't he? So you were lying. And worth keeping track of.
I see. Could you do me a favor, Lieutenant? On the way, could we, stop at the airport for a minute? I have to say something to somebody.
Yeah, we could. And And, Monsieur Henri, if you step this way, I have a reservation for you.
Reservations recommended, as they say in the advertisement, and why not? When you stop to think about it, what is life itself, if not a series of reservations? Every plan we make is a reservation for the future. And like most reservations, ours can be canceled without notice. We, however, can safely make a reservation to meet here again in just a few minutes. What did we say about je ne sais quoi at the very beginning of our story? Well, whatever it is, it's perhaps the most important thing in a world that is obsessed with style rather than substance. It's not who you are, but who people think you are that makes all the difference. And after a while, people are so concerned with the image, they lose sight of all reality. Our cast included Larry Haynes, Ann Williams, Court Benson, and Catherine Byers. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
Mrs. E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Had a hard day at the office? Backache from bending over a hot stove all day? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape.
It is midnight, and you are alone. Suddenly the room is plunged into darkness. You sit frozen with terror, because something is there behind you. Something you feared would come. Something from which you must escape.
Escape, produced and directed by William N. Robeson, and carefully plotted to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Tonight, we escape to London, and a world made strange and terrifying by the workings of an ancient barbaric curse, as Montague R. James tells it in his weird story, Casting the Runes.
My name is Edward Dunning. I'm a scientist. I'm used to dealing with facts, not fairy tales. I'm regarded as Britain's leading authority on medieval life. And as such, I've studied much of the ancient fears and barbaric superstitions of those times. I should have been the first to scoff at any suggestion that the ancient powers of evil, the black magic of Teutonic days, could be believed and practiced in the 20th century. A few weeks ago, I should have laughed had you told me that a curse, a hex, could kill a man. Today, I cannot laugh. It has happened to a man I know of. And now, it's happening to me. My first presentiment of danger came on that day a few weeks ago when I dropped in to see Alfred Smythe, Secretary of the National Science Association, and found him in a state of irritation.
Blast it all, Dunning. I almost wish you hadn't been so brutally honest in your report on that Carswell paper.
Why? What's the trouble?
Oh, he's such a frightful fellow. He's raising a terrible row.
You mean Carswell himself?
Yes, it's bad enough a vicious charlatan like that calling himself a scientist. But now he's taking all his vindictiveness out on me.
Sorry, old chap. It's really me he'd like to get at.
As a matter of fact, that's just what his last letter was about. He wants to know what supposed authority wrote the report rejecting his paper.
You didn't give him my name.
Heavens, no. As a matter of fact, Dunning, I haven't and I won't, and for a very special reason. Call it silly, call it crazy, call it what you will. I have an uncanny feeling about that man Carswell.
Why?
Do you know anything about him?
Nothing. I've never seen him. I only know that he wrote a paper called The Truth of Alchemy. It was hopeless.
Precisely. And why was it hopeless?
Well, besides being abominably written, it was supposed to prove that alchemy, black magic, and such rot actually exists. I think the man really believes it.
Undoubtedly he does, and that's what I mean. He lives in an isolated old house in Warwickshire. He's rarely seen elsewhere, and in his whole career he's written only two things. This paper and a history of witchcraft published 10 years ago.
Yes, of course. I remember now. So that's the man.
Yes, and that book was even worse than this paper. The man has a warped mind. I'm sure he's tried every unhealthy experiment in alchemy, witchcraft, and black magic. There's no telling to what lengths of vindictiveness a man like that might go.
Well, it does sound a bit queer, but...
Not queer, Dunning. Evil.
Oh, come. Man has a right to believe what he likes. He has a right to be angry with me. Here I've glibly scoffed at the man's life's work.
Well, perhaps I'm being overly suspicious and imaginative, but I think there's more than anger involved here, Edward. This may sound fantastic to you, but, well, John Harrington wrote the report condemning that witchcraft book of Carswell's 10 years ago. 3 months later, Harrington was dead.
But, Alfred, what's the connection?
Harrington died under very peculiar circumstances. He was walking home alone late one night, and suddenly he screamed, broke into a run, lost his hat and stick, and climbed up a tree. A dead branch gave way. He fell and broke his neck. No one's ever been able to explain why it happened.
Come now, Alfred. Surely you're not suggesting...
I don't know what I'm suggesting. I only know that after he reviewed Carswell's book, John Harrington didn't have a moment's peace. Now you've written an unfavorable review of this paper. If I were you, I should keep that fact well hidden.
Oh, Alfred. Well, that's ridiculous. Yes, I laughed at Alfred Smythe's fears. How could I have known then that I was to feel the same terror, the same agonized fear which gripped the heart of John Harrington as he crouched, panting, on the branch of a tree, with another moment or two of life, while beneath him the thing came closer and closer. I'd almost forgotten the incident when, a few nights later, I was riding home on a late train. I was half drowsing in my seat, barely keeping awake by looking idly at the car card advertisements. The man directly opposite me must have been doing the same, because suddenly I heard him say,
"Here now, what can that one be advertising?"
I followed his eyes to the window beside my head. What I saw brought me bolt upright in my seat.
In memory of John Harrington, died September 18th, 1937, by falling from a tree. 3 months were allowed. Blimey, what do you say that means, sir?
Well, I don't know. But I did know. Smythe had been right. The affair with Carswell was not over, but only begun. I asked the conductor about the card, but he was as puzzled as I was. He had never seen it before. The card must have been put there expressly for me. That meant that Carswell knew it was I who had reviewed his paper. How had he found out? I got the answer the next day. I was in the select manuscript department of the British Museum, doing some research in the quiet, almost deserted room. I'd been working steadily for an hour oblivious to my surroundings, when suddenly, just at my shoulder, I heard a voice.
Edward Dunning, you are allowed 3 months.
I swung around in my seat. There was no one within 20 feet of me. I sat for a moment, shaken, and then I stooped to pick up the papers I had brushed to the floor. I straightened up to find a stout, elderly gentleman standing in front of me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
May I give you this paper? I think it should be yours.
Oh, yes, so it is. I thought I had them all.
This one seemed to have slid across the floor.
Thank you very much.
Not at all, sir. Good afternoon.
He walked slowly away and out of the door. A kindly, stout old gentleman. But there was something about him that made me feel strange. I went over to the attendant.
Yes, Mr. Dunning?
Did you notice that gentleman I was just speaking to?
Oh, yes, of course.
Can you tell me his name?
Why, that's Mr. Carswell. As a matter of fact, he was asking about you only the other day.
Asking about me?
Well, he asked who were the great authorities on medieval science. Of course, I told him you were the only one in the country.
Oh, I see.
Would you like to meet him, Mr. Dunning? I'll see if I can...
No. No, thank you. It was as simple as that. Now Carswell knew. What would be his next move? What was I to expect? I reached home at dusk, and trouble stood on my doorstep in the long face and stooped form of my family doctor.
I've had to upset your household arrangements, I'm sorry to say, Dunning. I've had to send both your servants to hospital.
But what happened?
Something like ptomaine poisoning, I should think. It's nothing serious.
Well, what could have caused it?
Well, that's the rather odd thing. They tell me they bought some shellfish from a hawker and headed for lunch. I've made inquiries, but I can't find that a hawker called at any other house on this street.
Was this the next move? If so, it had succeeded. I was alone in the house, and my nervousness increased as darkness closed in and the hours advanced toward midnight. I went to bed, but almost immediately I thought I heard something. My study door opening downstairs. I went out and leaned over the banister. There was nothing moving, nothing visible. There was only a sudden, surprising gust of warm air playing about my legs. I went back into my room and locked the door. Suddenly, the lights went out. No doubt it was only a blown fuse, but the chills were playing up and down my spine. I went over to the bed and reached for my watch under the pillow. I suppose I wanted to find out the time. I don't know why. But fumbling on the pillow, my hand touched something far different from a watch. It was like a mouth with sharp teeth and hair around it, not human at all. I fled from my bedroom and spent a long and miserable night locked in the spare room, my ear to the door. But nothing came. I was not disturbed again. In the morning, I searched the house and found nothing unusual. But the mark of fear must have been stamped on my face, for Smythe noticed it next day.
Dunning, you look as if you hadn't slept for weeks. Is anything wrong?
I don't know, Alfred. Yes, there is. Carswell knows.
How?
They told him at the museum.
Of course, we should have thought of that. Has anything happened yet?
I don't know. It's too fantastic. It's probably my mind, hypnotic suggestion or something, but like that man Harrington, I have 3 months left.
Edward.
Must have been hearing things. I'm all on edge. I don't know what to think.
John Harrington had a brother, Henry. Perhaps I'd better get you in touch with him. He might know more about this man, Carswell.
Yes, do it. And quickly. 3 months is not a lot of time. It was arranged. That night, I found myself walking down the dark street that led from the railway station to the Harrington home. It must have been along this same street that John Harrington had walked that last night, where he had broke and run, It must have been one of these trees bordering the lonely road in which he had spent his last horrible moments. The way was dark, and there was no living soul in sight. And suddenly, complete terror gripped me. Somehow I knew that I was being followed. At first I only felt it, and then I heard it. I walked steadily on for a moment, my stomach like ice. It was getting louder, coming closer. Unconsciously, my step quickened. I could barely control myself. I wanted to scream and run. The thing came closer, closer. I confess, I broke and ran madly for my life. I was at a little side street. I turned down it, doubling back toward the railway station. I thought I would never make it. But finally, bright lights loomed before my eyes, and I think that I never have been so grateful for human companionship.
There's no need to run, sir. The 840 won't be along for another 5 minutes.
I felt very foolish. I couldn't bring myself to walk back down that street to Harrington's. I could only take the train home furtively and call Harrington next morning to beg his forgiveness. He seemed very understanding and asked no questions. Undoubtedly, Smythe had told him something about me. At any rate, he agreed to visit me at a place 2 nights later. And when he arrived and was made welcome, he began to talk about his brother.
Yes, Mr. Dunning. John was in a very bad state for weeks before the accident, if that's what it was. The principal thing seemed to be the notion that he was being followed. It became an obsession.
Yes, I know. I don't think his death was an accident.
Then perhaps you can explain it?
No. But I have one clue. Your brother reviewed a book very severely not long before he died. Just lately, I happened to cross the path of the man who wrote that book.
And his name, of course, is Carswell.
That's right.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that does it. Before he died, John was beginning to feel, much against his will, that Carswell was at the bottom of his trouble.
Why?
Well, it doesn't make sense.
None of this does. But tell me.
My brother liked music. He went to all the concerts in town, and he made a hobby of collecting the programs. One night, about 3 months before his death, he brought one home and showed it to me. I nearly missed this one, he said. It seems he'd lost his and was hunting for it under his seat when a neighbor, a rather stout elderly gentleman, offered to give John his.
The kind gentleman was Mr. Carswell.
Undoubtedly. I started to leaf through the program and noticed on the second page some rather curious letters, carefully written there in black and red ink. Neither of us could make much of it, except that the letters seemed to be runic.
Runes. Runes, of course.
Well, John thought it might be important, and debated whether he shouldn't try to return the program to the stout gentleman. But just then the door blew open, and a gust of air, of strangely warm air, blew into the room. In a flash, it took the program and blew it straight into the fire.
Yes, your brother was right. He should have returned it.
There was nothing to be done then.
No, perhaps not. But do you know what runic letters mean?
Well, they're old pre-Druid script, I believe. The kind of writing the barbaric tribes used long before the Romans invaded Britain.
Yes, that's right. Casting the runes, they used to call it in the old days. Casting the runes.
What do you mean?
Well, it was a curse, a hex. In primitive England, people thought by casting the runes, that is, handing a person a piece of paper with certain runic letters on it, that you could put that person out of the way, destroy him. It's an old superstition. And the only way to lift the curse was to return the paper to the one who gave it to you. To give it back without his knowing it.
I don't believe that kind of nonsense.
Neither do I.
Then what was it that killed John?
I don't know. Perhaps his fear of the runes, perhaps brooding about it, becoming neurotic, thinking he saw things and heard things and touched things that weren't there. Perhaps his own mind drove him to death.
And what's the difference once you're dead?
No difference at all.
Casting the runes. Oh, it's rubbish.
Yes, of course, but... Good heavens.
What is it?
I just remembered that day at the British Museum. He cast the runes on me. I went swiftly to the writing table, Harrington close behind me. My portfolio was there, full of the scribbled notes I'd been working on that day in the museum. And as I took it in my shaking hands and began leaping desperately through them, one strip of thin, light paper slipped and fluttered toward the open window with uncanny quickness. But Harrington was even quicker and slammed the window shut just in time.
Got it?
Oh, thank heaven. If it were lost or destroyed, like your brother's...
Then you wouldn't be able to return it to Mr. Carswell. Yes. Look at it. It's identical with the one John got.
I looked at the flimsy paper. The characters, carefully traced in red and black, were runes, all right. That ancient language used by the Aborigines of prehistoric Britain. I couldn't decipher them. But as Harrington and I stood looking into each other's eyes, each of us could read the other's thoughts. Science or not, 20th century or not, this sheet of foolscap spells death for its possessor.
It spells death for you.
It must be returned.
Yes, I know.
It must go back in such a way that he doesn't know he's received it. That means we can't simply mail it.
No, we can't.
We must do it personally. That'll take doing.
Well, he knows you by sight, doesn't he?
Yes.
You must shave your beard. It'll alter your appearance. He might strike any time.
I have 3 months, as what the warning said.
We've got to make good on this Dunning. I've searched 10 years for my brother's murderer, and now he must not escape.
I dare not go near Carswell, so Harrington volunteered to keep a watch on him, to let me know when our chance came to return the runes, if it was ever to come. It was only a night or two after Harrington was there that I arrived home and found a calendar had come in the mail. When I examined it, I found everything after November 19th had been torn out. The next night, I had another envelope of the mail. This time it was a woodcut, an illustration torn out of a book, showing a dark, moonlit road and a man walking on it. And right behind him came a huge, dark shape, some awful demon creature. Under it were written some lines from the Ancient Mariner. And as I sat alone and read them aloud, I felt that now familiar gust of warm air playing about my legs. The man walks on and turns no more his head, because he knows a frightful fiend doth close behind him tread. Now I knew the face of my terror, and it was with me always. Walking down the dark street at night, I heard its footsteps behind me. In my lonely house at midnight, it roamed the halls. Like the Ancient Mariner and John Harrington, I never turned to look. I couldn't. My nerves were going, and I could do nothing but wait. The days, the weeks slipped by, and still Harrington had no plan. I checked off the days on the calendar Carswell had sent. Now there were 8 days remaining, then 6, then 3, 2, 1. It was the evening of the 18th. My last day on Earth was to begin at midnight. I was sitting alone in my living room, bathed in perspiration, fighting to keep my nerves in check. Suddenly, I felt that warm gust of air. I listened. There were soft footsteps. A shadow seemed to cross the hall door. And then the footsteps blended into a loud banging. No, not yet! I've still got 1 day more! Not yet!
Dunning, it's me.
Oh, thank heaven. Harry.
What's the matter, man? What is it?
It was you knocking on the door. Your footsteps.
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank heaven. I thought I...
Look, man, you've got to pull yourself together. It's tonight we have our chance.
What chance?
Carswell leaves Victoria Station by boat train tonight at 10. I'll get on with him there. You take the car I brought and drive to Croydon. Get on the train there. And be sure to bring the paper.
Yes, I have it.
You've shaved already. Good. Everything depends on his not recognizing you.
This Harrington. Suppose he changes his mind. Suppose he doesn't take that trip. My time runs out tomorrow.
He'll be there, and you'll do it. You'll do it well. You've got to.
I stood on the platform at Croydon, my mind in a daze. I thought the train would never come, but it did. I saw Harrington at the window. He stared coolly at me. Of course, there was to be no sign of recognition. I entered the coach and slowly made my way down the aisle to the compartment where Harrington sat. Opposite him, staring full into my face, was Carswell. He looked up as I sat down. His eyes were heavy-lidded, his face bland. It was impossible to tell whether he knew. The train started. The next stop was Dover, at the end of the line. My last chance. It was time to cast the runes. It was a strange ride. Carswell and I seated face to face, staring into each other's eyes. Harrington off to the side, pulling at his face with twitching fingers. If I could have only had a few whispered moments with him to plan our strategy, but that was impossible. The moments dragged tortuously. No one moved. Then, suddenly, Carswell leaned forward.
I beg your pardon, sir. Haven't we met?
Met? Well, I don't think so, sir. Not unless you're in the plumbing business.
Plumbing? No, hardly.
I hadn't planned it that way. The words, the accent, just seemed to come by themselves. And Carswell sat back, an enigmatic expression on his face. I wished desperately to know what he was thinking. Then suddenly he got up and went out into the corridor. Was this my chance? I was about to slip over to his bags to see if there were a way to secrete the rooms within them, when I caught Harrington's eye and read a warning in them. Carswell from the corridor was watching, waiting to see if we recognized each other. I muttered a prayer of thanks I hadn't moved. Carswell came back and took his seat. As he did so, wild, exultant hope surged up in my throat, for something slipped off his seat and dropped noiselessly to the floor. It was his ticket case, and he didn't see it. It was a small cardboard ticket case with a pocket on the cover. If I could just get to it and slip that tiny piece of paper into that pocket. For 15 agonizing minutes, I sat there and stared at it. If only Carswell would go out. But he sat stolidly staring straight ahead. We were coming into the outskirts of Dover, the train slowing down. Suddenly, Harrington stood up, reached up to the rack above Carswell to get his coat and bag. I stared at him blankly for a moment, surprised by his sudden clumsiness. And then I realized what he was up to. The bag, the coat, a briefcase, all came tumbling down upon Carswell.
What the devil?
Oh, I say, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
You clumsy fool, you might have injured me. What were you trying to do?
Well, it was my only chance. Carswell stood facing Harrington. I reached down, got the ticket case, and with trembling fingers slid the paper into the pocket. He turned sharply to me, and I extended the case toward him.
Excuse me, sir. Is this yours? Yes, it's my ticket case. Where'd you find it? Here on the floor. Must have dropped off when... Yes. I'm much obliged to you, sir. Not at all. Not at all.
He looked at me fiercely, his rage at Harrington still twisting his face into a devil's mask. Then he glanced briefly into the ticket case and put it into his pocket. On the railway pier at Dover, Harrington and I followed a few steps behind Carswell. I felt like I might faint. Carswell went straight to the gangway of the boat, and there the purser stopped him.
Sir, does your friend have a ticket? My friend? What the devil do you mean? I'm traveling alone. Well, that's funny. I could have sworn there was another gentleman right there beside you, walking just at your elbow. Well, there isn't. And I suggest you see an oculist. Oh, I didn't see. I just felt. Sorry, sir. Must have been your rugs. My mistake.
Come on, Dunning. Our job's done.
I didn't sleep that night. I lay awake and listened. But there were no footsteps, no warm gusts of air, nothing to disturb me. All day I felt remarkably free, although this was to have been my last day on Earth. But only just now, when Harrington came in, could I really relax.
Oh, Dunning, have you seen the afternoon paper yet?
I know. Not yet.
Well, here, look at it. On the second page. There.
Abbeville, France. An English traveler examining the front of St. Wolfram's Cathedral today was struck on the head and killed instantly by a stone falling from the scaffolding. A note of mystery was added by the fact that although the cathedral was undergoing repairs, no workman was on the scaffolding at the time of the accident. The traveler was identified by papers found on him as a Mr. Carswell of Warwickshire.
Of course, it could have been an accident.
Yes. Yes, it could have been.
Escape is produced and directed by William N. Robeson, and tonight brought you Casting the Runes by Montague R. James, adapted for radio by Irving Ravitch and John Dunkel, with John McIntyre as Edward Dunning, Jan Wolfe as Harrington, and Bill Conrad as Carswell. The special musical score was conceived and conducted by Cy Fure. Next week,
you are trapped in a hidden valley, high in the Andes, walled in by sheer rock precipices, and surrounding you, closing in on you, is a band of blind men who want your eyes.
Next week, we escape with H.G. Wells' gripping story, The Country of the Blind. Good night, then, until this same time next week when we again offer you Escape. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.